5, 6, 7, 8,
25. Famously, that's how it goes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 25.
That's how we count.
That's how we count.
Girls land.
Yay. Okay, here we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to One More to Say with Tara and Haley. I'm Tara. This is Haley. Hi, Haley.
Hi, Tara.
Happy 25th anniversary of Gilmore Girls.
Happy 25th, baby.
I know. So exciting.
It's technically the Tuesday before the 25th. The 25th anniversary of Gilmore Girls is Sunday, October 5th, because 25 years ago on that date, the Gilmore Girls first stepped out onto the scene.
I can't believe
dropped
it.
the Gilmore Girls.
Just
stepped out onto
Gilmore
the scene.
Girls. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're here.
I know. Everyone I mentioned to that it's the 25th anniversary of Gilmore Girls is like,
shocked.
What?
Shocked.
They're completely shocked.
I know.
And I don't know if it's because like all of us, like, well, I won't say all of us. A lot of us have been watching for 25 years or 23.
Or somewhere
maybe
around
even
there,
just 5, 1, whatever.
I think
but
for me, it's probably closer to 20. But still, it's a lot of years.
It's a lot of years. And I think that a lot of people, like it came to them, like maybe when the revival came back out, like it came back into the zeitgeist, or like when it came out on Netflix, or like as of late, like the last probably like I feel like 5 years, just been this like inundation of like Gilmore Girls fall. As Lauren Graham mentioned, Gilmore Girls, or the fall season took Gilmore Girls hostage, or the other way around.
Yeah.
Gilmore Girls took fall hostage.
They did. And that's okay. We love that for
And that's
them.
okay. We love that. That's like exactly the kind of kidnapping we want.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. That's the only one. Just
That's the kind of hostage situation we can support, is when Gilmore
the
Girls
only
has
one.
taken the season of fall hostage. I loved that. I thought that was so funny. And of course, we're talking about the Emmys, which we'll get into in a little bit because I was there.
We will get into.
Because
Tara has not told me anything about it.
No, we haven't talked about it yet.
Specifically because we wanted to talk together here.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone's excited about it or like surprised by it. And I think it's because like Gilmore Girls just has like a timeless nature to it that feels like it could have been, or maybe we're all just like millennials who feel like we're 15 years old and like, no way.
Yeah, in our hearts.
That came out just a couple years ago.
I know. It's crazy to think about, but very cool that we get to be here and talk about it on this podcast, that our podcast is in full swing during the 25th anniversary is something very special to me. And I know we've been talking about it for the last couple years since we started doing this. Like, oh my God, like the 25th anniversary is in a couple years. 25th anniversary is next year. And now it's like, oh my God, it is here. We're here. We're celebrating it. And we want to do it upright. So we're celebrating 25 years.
That person.
Yeah.
I will be that person. I think it's been kind of fumbled by the big players of the Gilmore Girls show. I know. 25 years of a show that was created and written by a woman, starring 3 women who just have incredibly complex lives, and one of the most like top streamed shows of all times, just kind of getting a little spot at the Emmys to celebrate its 25th anniversary. Someone dropped the ball.
Yeah. I
but
think
not
that
us.
there are a lot of different ways that this show could have been celebrated. I'm glad that we as a fandom are kind of carrying that torch, because we haven't really heard of anything else happening.
No. And if it is, I don't feel like it's like a direct celebration of the show and the creators and the people who led it. Which is fine. You can celebrate however you want. But I think something's been fumbled here for a very iconic show that a lot of people really, really love. Yeah. Especially because TV, like it's a man's land. It's a no woman's land for the most part. So I think that we here on the podcast will be celebrating quite a bit this season. If you haven't noticed, our extreme fall explosion for the 25th anniversary for their birthday. Happy birthday, babies.
It's true. The Emmy Awards, which were a couple weeks ago at the time that this is aired, honored the Gilmore Girls and the Golden Girls. I was like, oh my God, fun.
It's a night for the girls.
It's a night for the girls. It was really, really fun. And I was really lucky to be there. We talked about it on the podcast a couple weeks ago that I was going to go with Brett as his +1 because Stephen Colbert and his wife Evie flew everybody out who works for Colbert, or gave them the opportunity to fly out, and so generous of them. They're such class acts. And we ended up being in the room where it happened. The Gilmore Girls reunion happened. And so that was really, really special. And I'm excited to tell you a little bit about it.
Well, do you want to?
We'll do it.
Do you want to tell me about it? Because Tara's going to tell me about it, and then we're going to rank the top 25 episodes of Gilmore Girls to celebrate the 25th anniversary. Yeah. And I don't know if both of us are like, not like dreading it, but like it's a daunting task.
We'll get into it later, but I don't know who assigned us this task, but I'm mad at them.
Who had us do this?
Who dared assign us this task? We did.
It was us, but like
us, but I'm mad at us.
That's so rude.
This was hard.
It was our bosses.
I texted you earlier today and I said, this is hard. Who did this to us?
Who did this? I did.
It's true.
But I think can I be really, really honest? Mm-hmm. I think it's a lot easier like in reflection, because at first I was like, well, all of them. I was like, well, I could take out that one for sure. And that one definitely. Oh, her too. I mean, she's fine, but like.
All right.
And
well, I'm excited to do it with you because I had a really difficult time doing it, especially for the early seasons. And so I think that you're like, I don't want to say cutthroat nature, but I think that you will be very direct about it. I think you'll help me.
Because I was like, let's just go through all the episodes because I can just take a pin / / / and Tara was like, no, I can't do that. But I also asked our besties on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. First, and I don't know the answers. So I'm really excited to hear.
Well, I first asked everyone, what's your favorite episode? Okay. Like, what's your favorite episode that you love so much? And I was like, okay, well, now that you've got that out of like your system, what's the best episode? Because I knew if I asked like straight up for the best episode, everyone's like personal like faves would come in, and I was like, that's a good episode, but is it the best? Be so for real. And
be honest.
So I kind of like tricked you just a little bit, because I like compared them, and some people changed their answers from what their favorite to the best was. And I have there was like probably like 50 common answers, but there's like a solid, surprisingly, 27 episodes that kept coming up again and again. Ooh. And I'm really excited to share it with you and see how our list compares to the besties list and what we have to change between, I'll say the three of us, because I'm considering the besties to be
as one big entity. List. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if you responded to our Instagram story, the question box, you exist in this group and you are speaking up on behalf of all of the besties who listen.
So thank you for your service.
Thank a fellow bestie. Or be really mad at them later in this episode when they didn't say which one you thought should have been included.
Whatever works.
Whatever works for you. We'll leave a question box to yell at your fellow bestie.
Yeah.
How about it? That's what we need more in this world, is yelling at each other. No,
yeah,
it's all
course.
fictional, touch grass. But
that is a message from us to you.
From us to you, from my heart to yours. My heart to your therapist. But speaking of therapy, let's go talk about Hollywood.
Let's talk about Hollywood. Oh yeah.
Because Hollywood is having a hard time right now, especially because you went to the Emmys because Brett works for the Colbert Show, which of course got canceled, and what got indefinitely canceled this week as we're recording this with Jimmy Kimmel. So it seems that this is very thematic. The First Amendment seems to be a little under fire. So getting to see Stephen Colbert win and be celebrated for his work in that was exciting.
It was very exciting. The room was absolutely electric for him, and I'm so glad.
And like, even when he walked out at the beginning, because I was live texting Tara. We were comparing broadcasts to
I was like, what are they showing?
Yeah. But when he walked out the first time, standing ovation. Like, nothing had even happened yet, but everyone understood that he was like standing for what was right. And so they all stood up too.
It's truly magnificent to see that, to see the support, because I can tell you firsthand, or I guess secondhand, because my fiance works for the show, that like it is the most wonderful place to work, and that, you know, your leader, the leader of your show, really does speak volumes about the environment you exist in when it comes to a workplace. And Stephen is the leader of this workplace, and he does it with class and tact, and he treats everyone with such respect. And I'm really glad that that is being celebrated by the community.
Yeah.
So
definitely. But we knew Tara was going to go to the Emmys. Like, we've had it on our calendar for quite some time. It was nice.
Well,
because
actually,
I was
only
gonna
a
have
month.
Monday to myself.
Only like a month or so, because we found out in August The show, of course,
seems like quite some time for us.
Yeah. But the show was canceled in July, and we had a feeling that would then follow because we were, of course, if you guys have been here for a while or if you've binged the back catalog of our podcast, I also got to go to the Emmys in 2022 with Brett, and the same thing happened. Steven and his wife, Evie, flew everybody out on their own dime to celebrate, and
it was different, though. Because that was the one, if you want to go back and hear a recap of that one, there's a whole episode dedicated to it because Tara went up and talked to Amy Sherman-Palladino. I think the episode is called Amy Sherman-Palladino, I'm Tara.
Yes. A play on Norman Mailer, I'm Pregnant.
You can go listen to that one.
Yeah. And so it was really special. And we knew that there was a possibility that would happen. And so we were really grateful that it did happen. But of course, it was the same weekend as one of Brett's dear friends'
And by that
wedding.
happen, you mean going to the
Emmys. Yeah. And so Brett and I had a pretty whirlwind weekend. We started in upstate New York. We literally left after the I do's and drove straight to JFK. In the woods. There was no service. Like, we had to operate on Wi-Fi only.
She texted me and said, I'm in the woods.
I'm in the woods. There's no service. Just wanted to let you know. So we drove 3 hours to JFK. Flight went so smoothly. We took a red eye, so we immediately adjusted to the jet lag, and then the Emmys were on Sunday the next day, and it was great. We had such a great time. We were exhausted, but we were so happy to be there. And the fact that it was then announced, like, in the weeks leading up to us going, that the Gilmore Girls would be doing a reunion was so special. I know that we were just talking about how we feel a little underwhelmed by the powers that be and how they're celebrating the 25th anniversary, but I have to give the Emmys their flowers for acknowledging this show that has become so popular in the zeitgeist of American pop culture and television that wasn't very acknowledged by the Emmys themselves when it was actually on air.
Oh, boy, was it not. Like,
famously.
We mentioned this in a rewatch episode that, like, I want to do an episode of, like, scenes that should have won Lauren Graham an Emmy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So many. And, like,
so many.
Honestly, a lot of people submitted ones, like, that maybe, like, the episode as a whole, like, when we get to later, the episode of a whole might not be the best episode, but, like, scenes from it, it's like, this is Lauren's Emmy right here. And
totally.
What a bummer.
I know. So yeah, it was so, I mean, like, the whole time I was on pins and needles because I was so excited for when they were coming out. Yeah. And I had already
they kept teasing it.
I know. And it was really funny because, you know, we get there at like 3:30. You're supposed to be in the lobby of the JW Marriott, which then is kind of the holding space before you go into the Peacock Theater. And of course, you know, you're kind of separated by people who are attending the Emmys versus people who are like celebrities and being honored at the Emmys. It's very different. So we were, of course, in the former camp, and we got there around 3:30. For now. Yeah. But
you also had popcorn. I didn't see, like, you know, Coleman Domingo. He didn't have
so true.
Any popcorn.
So true. Yeah. We were offered an array of snacks, which was really nice. But you know, we get there and we were waiting in line to take a picture with the giant Emmy that is there, which you can see on my Instagram. And so I went to go get a drink for Brett and myself. And as I walked up to the bar, Lauren Graham was walking up to Entertainment Tonight to talk to them. And I was like, oh my God, they're so crazy. There she is.
And she looked gorgeous.
Radiant, both of them. They looked absolutely radiant. Like, Alexis Bledel looked incredible. Lauren, her dress, like, both of them. They looked so unreal. They looked so good. And so I couldn't hear anything she was saying, but just the very fact that she was on TV talking, I was like, oh my God, there
like
she
right
is.
when you got there.
Right when I got there. Yeah. It just felt really perfect. So we got our pictures, we got our champagne, and then we walked over to the Peacock Theater and we took our seats right as the show started, which was 5 p.m. Pacific time, so that it could air here live at 8 p.m. Eastern. So it was great. We got like
such different experiences.
Yeah.
I was eating a brownie sundae in my bed that I had topped with melted cookie butter.
Of course you did. You love cookie butter. This chick loves cookie butter.
I'm almost done with my second jar, but no. So like that's like all I could think about. It's like Tara literally looked like gorgeous. Go over to her Instagram. She has like photos and like recapped like her whole experience. But like she looked gorgeous, and I was like, in my bed.
Hell yeah.
Doing my
Listen,
embroidery.
I love that for you too, because that was also like Brett and I on the outside were like glammed up, Hollywood, ready to like, you know, attend this beautiful event. But on the inside, we really wanted to be in our beds in our pajamas, eating brownie sundaes with cookie butter because we were exhausted.
Oh, you're practicing your embroidery.
Exactly. But we were so, so grateful and honored to be there. Like you said, you know, Stephen came out pretty immediately. And so we were seated in our section with the entire staff of Stephen Colbert's
so
show.
Fun.
Which is like the energy there is electric, but we could feel the energy throughout the room. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
And then, I was just on pins and needles the whole time waiting for the girls to come out. But before they did, of course, we had like a Golden Girls nod, and the show started with that SNL homage. So it was like SNL, and then it was Golden Girls, Survivor. So I wasn't sure
Law and Order.
Yes, I wasn't sure if Lauren and Alexis were going to come out and present an award, or if they were going to be in a themed situation.
No, that's what I thought. Even as I was watching all these themed moments, I was like, I never even for a moment occurred to me that they were going to get to do that too. Like I was like, oh no, that's not for them. These are all these other shows. Like the girlies from Little Big Town, is that who sang the Golden Girls theme song?
Oh, I think so, yeah. And can I tell you, Brett, the biggest
Reba,
Golden Girls fan, Reba McEntire, yes. The biggest Golden Girls fan, Brett Thiel, is getting us popcorn while this is all happening, and he is stuck in line. They're not airing it outside where they're getting popcorn.
What?
So I'm texting him going, baby,
Get back.
the Golden Girls. He was like,
popcorn.
no. I was like, the Golden Girls. They're honoring the Golden Girls right now. They're literally, Reba McEntire is singing the theme song, which we sing all the time in our house, and she's standing in the Golden Girls kitchen right now. Get back in here. So he missed that, which was a big bummer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't think for a second that they were going to recreate the house. You know, if they did, I thought maybe Luke's, because they had done the kitchen for the Golden Girls. You know, I wasn't sure. And so when they announced, I mean, like I literally got like a little chill when they were like, and Lauren Graham and Alexis Bledel, and they like showed the promo of the two of them from the opening credits. I was like, oh my God, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
And then it was like 5 commercial breaks before
I know. I was like, what a tease. And so I was just on pins and needles the whole time. And as soon as it started, I was like, oh my God. And Brett was so sweet because I asked him to also film, and he did it. He was filming while I was filming because I was like, I really need to capture this moment. I'm going to be like, yeah. But
I
luckily,
recorded it on my TV.
Oh,
and
you did?
I was like, my video is like the Blair Witch Project because I was crying.
It was so cool. Like, and what I also loved is that there were so many people in the audience who were huge Gilmore Girls fans, because people were like screaming as this wall lifted and revealed Lauren and Alexis standing on the front porch of the girlies' house.
Like, of all of the things, because it actually was in that Entertainment Tonight interview that you didn't hear, that I didn't see until afterwards, because I watched all the press afterwards, that they said, well, you're coming out on the set. And I'm really glad I didn't hear that. The shock of it really got me.
Oh, wow.
But afterwards, I was talking to some other Gilmore obsessed, like Brittany from Gilmore Girls Only, and she thought it was going to be the gazebo. And I was like, oh, that would have been fun to come out in the gazebo, or maybe like the interior of the Gilmore's house, or Luke's, like you said. But the fact that they came out on their front porch like they have been here for the last 25 years, I just immediately started crying. Like, it was, and I knew I was going to cry. Also, because I'm adjusting my medication right now and I've been crying a lot. But
so valid.
I knew this was going to get me. I was going to be a gotten girl by this moment.
100%. It was a really emotional moment. And similarly to how I felt when I saw Kelly Bishop and Lauren Graham at the 92nd Street Y last year, which you reminded me.
This was our not our 25th, but this was our anniversary episode last year. You talking about seeing Lauren and Kelly. And so it seems like tradition now that Tara gets to go see the Gilmore Girls for the anniversary, and I'm at home in my bed.
Well, just the very fact that, like, yeah, just be with me. Just stick with me, kid.
Next year, I want to be a part of it. Okay. I want to be a part of it. That thing.
Yeah, whatever it is.
I don't know what it is.
TBD. But yeah, the very fact that, like, you know, this is now our fourth kind of season of celebrating the girls, you know, and the anniversary of Gilmore Girls. And the fact that in 2022, at this time, I got to, you know, go to the Emmys, see Amy Sherman-Palladino, talk to her. And then last year, it was the 92nd Street Y and Lauren and Kelly. And then here we are again with the 25th anniversary and the Emmy Awards. Like, I truly feel honored to kind of have those experiences and also to be able to share them with you and with our listeners.
Yeah. And I can't have too much FOMO. I met them earlier this year.
You did.
Paley Fest. So, but
famously.
I will still feel a little FOMO.
That's okay. I would too if the situation was reversed. I would totally feel FOMO. But what I was going to say is that, like, when you can hear me in my video that I took, I go, oh my God.
I know. That's my favorite part.
Because I was just baffled, but I wasn't emotional because it's similarly to how I felt when I saw Kelly and Lauren at the 92nd Street Y. It's like, you're so overwhelmed that you're like, oh my God. It's not like harder too. It's not only until upon reflection that you're like, oh my God.
I also feel like it's setting. Me in my bed, just cozied up. I was crying when the promo started happening, but I think that there is this kind of like, you know, like firmness that you have, like a thick skin around other people.
Yeah.
Like you don't know these 200 people from Colbert, like, you know, Brett, but like, you're like, okay, if I start crying right now, I'm going to hold it back. Like I'm here. It's like a lot. There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of lights. There's a lot going on, you know. Noah Wiley is sitting down there. There's all of the stars
totally
amongst you. And it's just like, I feel like it's a little bit of a shock to the system.
Yeah.
Versus like, I was in the spot where I cry.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
So I think it's just that disconnect from your emotions for a good reason sometimes.
Yeah,
you're like,
absolutely. And also, you know, I said this last year that like I do feel a small responsibility to like, you know, capture footage to share with our listeners. That's what I was going to
say too.
And that's also kind of how I felt. Was I was like, oh, I want them to experience this moment with me, and I want to remember this moment, how it felt. And so that was also kind of part of it. Is that you're concentrating a little bit on that.
I had that thought about you that I was like, I hope that she's able to take it in, because I was sitting there because like I knew the moment that after it happened, I needed to go find everything. I was like, I got to keep our girlies and Justin apprised of everything. If you're on Patreon, we've got our man Justin.
The girlies and Justin.
Yeah, the gays, the theys, and Justin. That I feel like there's this responsibility to want to provide that experience for everyone, because like this instance, you were there because of Brett. With like the 92nd Street Y, you were there because of the podcast, and you were there because of where we at. Same with Paley Fest. We ended up there because of the podcast, which we've only ended up where we are now because of all of you who listen. So there's like this aspect of like, oh, let's bring you along. Like I can't experience this moment for the entire fandom and also for me. And I was thinking about that sitting there because I was like, I was crying, filming my TV. Like, I don't know what's going on. I think I was just overwhelmed. And I was like, gosh, I hope that in this moment she's able to like, because I was like, she's filming it 100%. This is going to end up on our Instagram in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it did.
And it did. But only like the actual act of like the wall coming up and the girls being there. After that, I was like, okay, this is for me.
Yeah.
You know, and
you're like,
really
they're going to see it on TV.
I was like, but that was the other thing. Like, they're seeing it. That was what was also different from the 92nd Street Y. It's like, you're seeing this right now. Same with Paley Fest. Like, we were experiencing that in real time, and it wasn't going to air for a while. This was something that was airing live. I was like, oh, they're here. Like, we're here together.
Yeah, we're all tuned in.
Yeah.
But it's a different experience for you to be up there and to like see what you were seeing. So I'm glad you like had a moment for yourself.
Yeah, of course.
I hope you had a little reflection.
I did.
A little tear shed for the girlies.
I actually did similarly to you before it happened. When the promo came up, I started like getting emotional and I got like very like chilly. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, like full body chills. Just you're like, oh my gosh. It happened for me when Where You Lead started playing. After whoever won that award, I forget what award was given, Where You Lead started playing, and then it stopped, and then the host came up, Nate, and then it started playing again. And it was kind of like this like fake out a little bit, but I was like, oh my God, here they come. And then they weren't there, and I was like, okay, now I'm already crying. And they're not even here yet.
But yeah, so that was really cool. And then we got to, of course, like after that, I could like sink into the experience in general. I was like, all right, the girls, Yeah, I was like, all right, give the awards out. Love this for all of us.
Giving the awards out, what was fun is that whoever they were honoring, whether it was Survivor, Law and Order, Gilmore Girls, they went and handed out the next award. And we talked about this already, but seeing Lauren Graham, which like in a broadcast aspect, you see them and then like you see all the nominees and then suddenly they're in the center stage at the mic. You're like, whoa, did you just teleport there? You were just on your front porch. So I found it quite funny, but Lauren Graham was holding that Emmy and you're like, God, you should have 6 of those.
Yeah.
Not 7. 6 of them.
Yeah, no, she absolutely deserved to be holding that. It just felt right because she deserves it.
Right.
But this kind of speaks to what a lot of people said at the Emmys in their speeches, like Jennifer Coolidge and the guy from Everybody Loves Raymond, that it's like...
I meant to look up his name.
Yeah.
Because we said this the other day too. Yeah. And I was like, Raymond?
The Emmys are amazing. And it is a really phenomenal way to honor like the best of television and the actors and stuff. But that does not necessarily define how important art is, how great of an actor someone is, because Lauren Graham is unbelievable. She doesn't have an Emmy, and that's okay. That just because you have an Emmy,
it's not okay.
It's not okay. But I just mean to say, like, you know what I'm saying? It's you don't have to have that to be an impactful and really stellar actor. Yeah, it is a nice perk.
His name is Brad Garrett.
Okay.
I looked it up because I was like, wait, isn't that his name from the show? But I was looking at the wrong one. His name is Brad Garrett, and we keep calling him the guy from Everybody Loves Raymond. And I feel like we need to
address him properly. But the two of them, like both, you know, him and Jennifer Coolidge both were like, you can win an Emmy and it doesn't necessarily change your life. You know, it can. Yeah. And again, it's a massive honor. If one of us was nominated for an Emmy, I would be like, that's incredible. Yeah. That it's such an honor, but it doesn't have to mean everything. And Lauren Graham is a testament, and many other actors are a testament to that.
So many. Yeah. I also do want to mention Tremel Tillman, who won for Severance.
Love him.
He won for supporting actor in a drama, I think it was. Yeah. And he was the first Black man to win that award. But
no,
I know.
What?
But what was so so thrilling to me about that is he worked on a show in 2019 it was my Broadway debut. He worked on that show and I worked with him a lot because he did a lot of like extra stuff with us, like in promotion for it. And he is quite literally the only actor from that show. I mean, Brian Cox was in that show, but like he's the only actor, like I guess who wasn't like the lead in it, that I followed his career because he is so fucking nice.
Oh my God, like, that makes me so happy to hear. Because there are so many
people I've worked with who just like pretty dismissive. Like I know that it's not like a diva effect. It's more of just like you walk past them, like, you know, like they have something to say to you, you hear it, you move on. But he was one of those people who just like was so genuinely interested in talking to every single person. It was like he was one of the first people on the stage, which like I judged every winner after him based on whether or not they shook the hands of the kids from the Boys and Girls Club who were on stage. And he did, and I was like, that is like the epitome of who he was then. And he like spoke at a lot of like the events that we were doing, and he like shared a lot of his like family history and like talked about his mom a lot, who he like thanked mostly in that speech.
He brought her with him.
I like kills me, but like he truly is like the nicest guy. And when I saw, I was like, oh my God, Tremel's in Severance. And like, I've never watched Severance, but I want to.
You have to. It's so good.
And then like to continue to see his star rise, I was like, fucking yes. Because like that is a good person who like when he was in the ensemble of a show was treating everyone like they were like so valuable and like so worthy of his time, regardless of who it was, whether it was our intern who was working with us, whether it was people who just like brushed me off. Like he always was so nice. And I was like, you know what? This guy's going places. And now he's got an Emmy.
And now he has an Emmy. And he, oh my God, he's so good.
And he's so talented. Like, not to mention he's
in
so
and of itself
talented.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait for you to watch him in Severance. And if y'all haven't watched Severance, it's a phenomenal show.
I really want to. I don't watch a lot of TV to be honest, which it's not like I don't watch TV. I read books, which I've said before. It's more just like that's my attention.
Yeah, that's how you spend your time.
More gravitated. Yeah. It's not like I don't look down either way. But I got into TV this weekend after the Emmys. You guys, I know that we can't talk about it here because this is a Gilmore Girls podcast, but if you would like to talk about The Pit, I watched it in 2 nights. I thought it was 8 episodes. It's 15. I'm so obsessed with it. I literally can't stop talking to Tara about it, even though she hasn't watched it, and I need her to desperately. I'm like a prophet for The Pit right now. Like, I will spread the message. I'm a missionary of The Pit. So please slide into my DMs and talk to me about it. But now that I watched a TV show that I really liked, I was like, oh, maybe I should watch some of those other TV shows.
You should absolutely watch Severance. I think you will love it, Haley. It's phenomenal. It is every Emmy that it has won is so well deserved because it is so good. And we all had to wait years for season 2 to come out. It finally came out earlier this year, and I know they're already.
Wait, there's only 2 seasons?
Because it came
maybe
out.
I'll wait till season 3.
I wouldn't.
I don't want to wait.
I wouldn't.
I can't do the
I would
waiting
do it now.
though.
I would do it now.
Because now I have to wait till January to watch season 2 of The Pit, and I'm going to die.
I know, but here's the thing. The wait between seasons 1 and 2 was painful because the cliffhanger they leave you on in season 1 is insane. Now, the cliffhanger they leave you on in season 2 is also like, wow, the episode is fantastic. And the episode was nominated for Emmys between Ben Stiller and other people who contributed to its success. But
it's like,
it's not as,
it's got some closure to it that like feels
a little bit, yes. So I really think that you would enjoy it. You would be like, I am like, this is how I feel, and I don't want to project that onto you, but like, I felt like, okay, I can wait for season 3. This is good.
Okay.
But when season 1 ended, I was like, I was gutted. I was like, I need season 2 right now. Like, I needed it. Whereas season 3, I'm like, I am really excited to see what they bring me for season 3. But I'm not like, I don't know when season 3 is coming out. I'm sure that it might be on the internet somewhere, but
I think
it's going to take less time because they were doing
it leaves you in a spot that feels fine, but it's like, I want to see the next one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So maybe I will feel like I need it. I don't know.
I would watch it. I would just venture down the path. I think you'll really enjoy it.
Well, it won a lot, and that was why I watched The Pit. So like, I need to. Maybe I would have watched Severance if, what's his name? Whose name I can't remember. The Severance guy.
Adam Scott, if you want.
Adam Scott. If he would have won, maybe I would have watched Severance this weekend instead of The Pit. But
fair.
It really was because Noah Wiley won, and I was like, let's see what that's about.
Yeah. No, I highly recommend Severance. If you haven't seen it, the general you of our listenership, like, definitely watch it. It's a phenomenally written show. The actors are incredible. I believe it won a lot of Emmys at the first Emmy Awards that Brett and I went to. And I remember us being like, we got to watch that show.
Yeah.
And then we eventually did.
I remember that.
Then we eventually did. And so to be back for their second season and to see the wins as well, having more context was really special. And now knowing that context about the actor who plays Milchick, I mean, he's unbelievable. And I think you'll really enjoy watching him because he plays a really fun role.
That really was why I wanted to watch it. But I really haven't watched a lot of TV, but maybe this is the season of the TV for me.
Cool. Love that for you.
Do you think the Gilmores would watch Severance?
Ooh, I don't know. I think they'd appreciate it, but I don't know. I think they'd have a lot of conversation around it.
Yeah. Because I know there's like,
it would be
I try not to learn too much about it. Yeah. Okay. I could see that. I could see that. Because like, I think that they probably would have referenced like, I was thinking of shows that like Gilmore Girls would reference if it was on today. I think Severance is one of them. I think Succession is one of them. Probably Game of Thrones.
Oh, definitely Game of Thrones. Especially like, I just feel like the Palladinos.
They love that show.
Really love that show.
Yeah.
But to kind of bring the Emmys experience home, I left the same way that I left the 2022 Emmy Awards, and we're all kind of out there mingling, and like, you know, people are taking pictures on the step and repeat, and it's when everybody kind of comes together in the way that they were separated earlier. Now everyone's kind of spilled out into this, like, you know, red, blue, I think last time it was a blue carpet area. And I literally stood in the exact same spot that I saw Amy Sherman Palladino, and Brett said, "Do you want to stay here?" And I was like, you know, no, let's go to the party. Because there was a small part of me that was like, I could run into the girlies.
I could wait.
And I could run into the girlies, maybe. But I was like, you know what? No, I really loved my experience. You know, of course, if you know, having the experience at Paley Fest this past year made it really special to like have a very intentional conversation with people like Lauren Graham. And I felt like that was enough for my heart. I could have stood and, you know, had another moment the same way potentially that I did with Amy Sherman Palladino, but that was serendipitous. That wasn't planned.
I was about to say that was fateful.
That was fateful.
Happened that way. And it's almost like you don't want to force it.
Yeah, I don't want to force anything.
We did shoot our shot on the Instagram to see if maybe she would come on over to like, thank you for being a friend. I don't know why that song is stuck in my head as it relates to Lauren. Good. But yeah, so maybe we would talk to her. Maybe it will be fateful in that regard.
Yeah.
That we send her a calendar invite.
Yeah, we just sent her a quick little Gmail and just hope that she accepts.
LaurenGraham.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But no, I think that that's the right thing.
Yeah.
It's like, I think that had you waited and either nothing happened, you would have been like, oh, I wish we wouldn't have waited. Or something had happened. I just like think that it happening naturally feels better.
Exactly. And so I was like, no, let's head out. And we went to the after party, and I kid you not, y'all, we stayed for less than an hour, maybe a little over an hour. We waited for Steven to arrive.
You have to wait for Steven.
I mean, he came in, everybody cheered. You know, Brett got to chat with him for a second and took a picture with him. And he, you know, is again, just like such a lovely man. And then he made a speech. And as soon as the speech was over, we boogied, and we were in bed by 10:15 doing the Sunday crossword puzzle. And I loved it. I loved that Brett was like, do you want to sell high? And I said, yeah, I would love to. I said, I'm going to follow your lead because this is your night and I'm here.
Do you want to what?
Sell high on the night. Like, you sell high, you've had a great night. You're not sticking around to like let anything change that.
I thought.
What do you think I said?
Do you want to get high?
No. Do you want to go get high? No,
I literally thought that's what you said, and I was like,
Tara.
I was like, Tara, do you want to share that?
Tara.
And you were like, I was taking his lead on it, and I was like, this has taken a turn.
No, sell high, like sell high on the night. Be like, wow, we've had a great night. We're like riding this high of this really incredible experience. Let's go home.
It was probably very clear that you said that. I'm hard of hearing, and I turned my volume down.
It's all right. It's okay. That would have been a really interesting.
Let's go get high
turn. But anyway, so that was our Emmys experience, and it was great. And then we came home the next day. So we quite literally, like, our flight was at 10:30 p.m. out of JFK on Saturday night. And we got home Monday around 10 p.m. So it was like 48 hours of traveling for the Emmys, 36 hours in LA. And it was great. We had a really great time. Glad we did it. And we got to see the girls. So that was really cool.
I'm just really thankful that Alexis Bledel wanted to be involved, because I know a lot of people mention that she didn't do like press and stuff, but she's like notably very private.
She's a very private person.
Speak out much.
Yeah.
Just in the sense of like doesn't like doing press. But I think the fact that she showed up for that honoring of the show, I was very impressed and very proud of her for coming out. Because like I think it can be daunting when like your career is very defined by one character. Mm-hmm. And of course, she was in Handmaid's Tale and Mad Men.
And the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I think her career was shaped by those things as well. But Rory Gilmore, I mean, she will always be Rory Gilmore. And, you know, I love that she came back to honor that because, again, notably, she is very private and she could have turned it down. And she chose to show up and honor the show. And I loved that. She didn't have to do any press. She didn't have to do those things because that's her choice.
She did the glam bot.
She did. And she looked glam.
She looked
Talk
glam.
about putting the glam in Glambot.
Yeah. But I will say what they were saying, like what was scripted for them to say when they came out talking about Gilmore Girls, they felt like the Gilmore Girls.
They did.
That was Lorelai and Rory talking.
The back and forth, the banter, and everyone was like, yes. There were a lot of people who said, you know, oh, it felt really stiff and it felt this. I was like, first of all, Amy didn't write those words. You know, the writers for the Emmy Awards wrote those words, at least that we know of. Maybe I shouldn't speak on that. Allegedly.
No.
They allegedly over everything. But they
more to allegedly say.
Yes. They sunk right back into their banter like that. And a lot of people also commented on the fact that they were standing far apart from each other, and that's because they're given places to stand.
It's called a camera angle, places. There's probably tape on that step where they were supposed to stand, where they
probably had
rehearsed to
marks.
stand.
Yeah.
It's the camera angle.
Yeah. They were really sweet. I loved that they held hands. I loved that like they were just kind of arm in arm. It was really sweet, I thought.
Yeah. And in every, like, you said that Alexis didn't do press, but Lauren did do a lot of it because I feel like Lauren, that's what she's really good at. She's really good at talking to people. But she was talking about how her and Alexis just fell right back into their old selves when they started talking. It's like seeing a friend that you haven't seen in years, but you guys reconnect almost instantly. And I love that.
Me too. It was really special
about them.
Yeah. So now that we've chatted about the little mini reunion the girls had, let's get into the celebration.
Let's celebrate.
I love that this is a very sing-song episode for you. Thank you.
So sorry. It's just how my brain works.
I love it.
It's like I sing probably like 5% of what I could.
I love it.
It's just it's a musical going on
just
up here.
A little musical going on inside.
But make it a musical.
Yeah. She's got several emotions and one of them is singing.
All of them are singing.
But anyway, as Haley said, we really wanted to put together a list of the top 25 episodes of Gilmore Girls, which is hard. I sat looking at 153 episodes this morning and I was like, okay. And I did a lot of these from memory because I just kind of went through the seasons and pulled out the episodes that I felt were super strong. I'm going to need your help with season 1 and season 2. The other ones I feel very confident about, like my selections, but seasons 1 and 2, I'm having a tough time with.
Okay, I will help you because admittedly, if I couldn't remember it, I was like,
uh-oh.
Okay, that speaks to it.
All right. Well, it's also hard because we just did Rewatch Club season 1. And so having gone on the journey together of like how great those episodes were and rewatching them with each other, I was like, oh, this is hard. This is hard.
Yeah. I went back through our Revisited and was listening to the end of a lot of episodes recently. So I kind of like remember how we felt at the end of that part of it.
Okay.
Very different than just straight up watching it though.
Totally.
Like the difference between Gilmore Revisited and the Rewatch Club really is that we rated episodes so differently. Like I think that's truly the core difference of the two of those podcasts is that Gilmore Revisited, we're like, maybe a 6, maybe a 6.5. And we're like 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. No notes.
Yeah. So it's a very, if those two experiences speak to you, you kind of know where to head.
Totally.
With both of those podcasts.
But before we get into this, I have a question. What do you think warrants an episode being like some of the best of Gilmore Girls? Like, is there criteria or is it just kind of like if we like it, if we feel like it represents the show in a really beautiful way? Like, what was your criteria going through this?
I think that all of those things are considered of like, you'll be surprised by some of the ones I have on my list, admittedly, because I think that there is like an iconic nature to some of these episodes. Like there are some episodes that when you think Gilmore Girls and think of these moments, you're like, that's so Gilmore Girls. Like that is the epitome of it. And whether or not I would rate it, my personal top 25 didn't get taken into consideration as much as whether or not this is the best episode. This is like what I said on our Instagram story is like Stars Hollow is hollowing their stars so hard. Like it's just like the epitome of like the town, of the girls, of like, are they fighting? Like, and it's like really good writing. Like, are we doing something that feels so like almost like fantastical? Like, is there like a festival? Is there a town event? Is there an event at college? I think that some of the episodes, I would say as a whole, might not be as good as other episodes that I excluded. But they're too iconic to not include on the list.
Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm so curious.
I actually think each episode had a different criteria.
Probably. That's so true. Okay, so before we get into it, here is what we're going to do. We're going to build a bank, basically, of 25 shows together, and then we're going to rank
25
them.
episodes.
Episodes. 25 episodes together, and then we are going to rank them
From
together.
one show.
From one show. And that's Gilmore Girls, in case anyone was confused. So, starting with season 1, which episodes did you feel fell into the category of like, these should be contenders for some of the best episodes of Gilmore Girls?
Pilot.
Okay.
Had to include the pilot.
Yeah.
It's the pilot. Like, first episode, it's setting the show up. We're getting to know them.
Okay.
I had to put the pilot.
Okay.
Next, here's the thing.
Tell me the thing.
My list is different than the list from our besties. And so I'm trying to figure out, because I broke theirs down by season as well.
Okay.
Should I tell you mine and
Yeah.
then tell you the besties?
Tell me yours first, and then I want to
Okay.
see how it measures up against what the bestie said.
Great. So mine was the pilot, Rory's birthday parties, Rory's dance, Love Daisies and Troubadours.
Ooh.
So Rory's birthday parties is, of course, the episode where Rory has her birthday parties, one at the Gilmore's house, one at Lorelai's house. Rory's dance is Rory's dance at Chilton, and Emily and Lorelai get into that fight because Rory doesn't come home because her and Dean fell asleep at Miss Patty's. Love Daisies and Troubadours is where there's warring troubadours, and Max asks Lorelai to marry him with 1,000 yellow daisies. So
Iconic.
those are mine.
Okay.
Iconic.
What about the besties?
The besties said the pilot,
Yeah.
Cinnamon's Wake, Rory's birthday parties, Love and Warren's Snow, and Love Daisies and Troubadours.
I'm surprised that Star-Crossed Lovers is not in there.
You know, no one said Star-Crossed Lovers.
It's a fantastic episode, though. Like, I know.
It's a good up.
Here's the thing. I understand that there are going to be episodes where it's like, I don't always get like the warm, fuzzy feelings. But when you think about Star-Crossed Lovers and Other Strangers, it's a big towny episode. It's the introduction of Rachel. It's, you know, we've got the town troubadour, like, you know, playing us away for this festival. And I just love that episode. I think it's great. But I understand that it's the anniversary episode for Rory and Dean. There's a breakup. It's a little messy.
The date, cute though. Cute date.
Cute. It's
We also get an iconic
when
line.
we get, yes, but we also get Lorelai leaving dinner, sneaking out of her parents' house, Chase Bradford, shall we? You know, we get a lot of really great stuff in that episode. So I'm surprised it didn't make the list. That was one of the
It
first
didn't make
that
it
I
at all.
circled. But Cinnamon's Wake and Love and Warren Snow were also on my list. Actually, I'm going to be honest with you. All of these were on my list. I don't know what to choose. But I Love and Warren Snow.
Did you have any others?
I put Kiss and Tell on there because it is an iconic fall episode, but it's not something that I feel like super passionately about,
Yeah.
you know?
So the thing with me and Love and Warren Snow is famously, we say famously a lot for things that are not well known at all.
Not always famous, yeah.
That are almost famous. Almost famously, we said at the end of Love and Warren Snow in our recap that it was kind of a boring episode. So I don't
Lorelai
think
smells
that
snow
it's
for the first time.
She does smell snow for the first time. We have Rory at the Gilmores, like seeing, like she makes them the pizza, and there's the a photo album that they're going through. So I do get that one. I think that mine was like, it's a little boring, but I understand how it ended up here, and I in this one I will acquiesce to the besties because so many people said Love and Warren Snow. It wasn't one of the top noted ones, I will say. I did put like 1 million stars. There's probably like 7 episodes that like so many people said over and over and over again. But Love and Warren Snow did have quite a few advocates for it. So
Yeah.
I'll include it.
Okay. I did have the Lorelai's First Date Chilton because I thought that would be a really popular one, but I don't know that, like, it's a very important episode, but is it one of the best episodes of Gilmore Girls? Not necessarily.
Yeah. I mean, I love it.
It's a great episode. Yeah, 100%.
I don't know. So what are we doing from season 1?
So we have the pilot. We have Cinnamon's Wake, Rory's birthday parties, Love and Warrant Snow, Rory's dance. And we can take Star-Crossed Lovers off the table. I just was surprised that it wasn't on there. And Love, Daisies, and Troubadours.
Have to have that one. I actually think most of the finales are listed here.
Yes.
Can we put Star-Crossed in like a little separate column if we need one?
Let's leave season 1 here with these options and then come back, because I think
we'll come back to
us being informed by how many other episodes from other seasons make it onto the list, because I think it's going to get easier as we keep going. Personally,
I think so too.
So season 2, what's on your list?
I was really surprised by my list versus the besties list.
Okay,
admittedly.
Okay.
Because my first one was Nick and Norris and Nancy.
So good.
So good. No. Sorry. My first one was the road trip to Harvard. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
That was my first one. Nick and Norris and Nancy. Neither of which ended up from the besties list. I was shocked. Here's where you're going to be shocked from me. The Bracebridge dinner.
It has to be on the list. It's one of the best episodes of Gilmore Girls.
It was one of the most mentioned episodes by the besties.
And you also had it on your list.
I had it on my list.
It's so iconic. You can't not put it on the list.
I looked at it and I was like,
this on the freaking list. I don't know why. I just thought of LaDawn.
LaDawn, our darling LaDawn and Sammy, from the road trip to Harvard. But yeah, so it is not a personal fave by any means, but it is
objectively one of the best episodes of Gilmore Girls. Yeah, absolutely. I'm so
100%. There's the rub. Or sorry, a Tisket a Tasket.
I was going to say, you forgot a very important one.
I did. There's the rub. Had to. And I Can't Get Started.
Not Lorelai's graduation day.
I did not include Lorelai's graduation day as much as I did want to.
I love that episode. It's a great episode. I have
the way you say that is me. We always in my family always quote Mean Girls when she says, "But you love Ladysmith Black Mambaza."
Yes,
like you said that exactly like that.
Oh, I love it.
Love Lorelai's graduation day.
Yeah, it's true. You do. It's a great episode.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't pin in that one.
They didn't have it on their list.
I think that a Tisket a Tasket, There's the Rub, and I Can't Get Started, and the Bracebridge dinner, those 4 have to be on the list.
Have to be. Those absolute requirements.
Yes.
Wait, can you say what they were again?
Bracebridge dinner, a Tisket a Tasket, There's the Rub, and I Can't Get Started.
Not Nick and Norris and Nancy?
No, it's on my list. I was like, this is a must. The other ones,
the besties, of course, didn't say that one, but like I feel like we have to override them on that one.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We just watched it and it's so good. I also had the Ins and Outs of Ins. That is a phenomenal episode. It is fall.
That's a really good
it
one.
is town,
it
like
is
town
fall.
meeting
Done.
Centered. Jess is causing antics. We get Jess and Dean meeting for the first time. I love
the chalk outline,
Mia and the history between Mia and Emily. I just think that is an iconic episode. Yeah. And I do think
we get a little Suki Lorelai friction too, which is interesting.
Totally. So let's put a pin in that as well for now and move on to season 3, because I have a feeling season 3 we're going to align on a lot of things.
Okay.
What do you have for season 3?
Well, they shoot Gilmore's, don't they?
You have to.
That one was the most mentioned episode.
It is quite possibly the best episode of Gilmore Girls, in my opinion, and we can talk about that.
We can argue about that.
We can argue about that, yeah.
Yeah. Deep fried Korean Thanksgiving. Another episode that was in the top most mentioned episodes. And then I had Those Are Strings, Pinocchio. I did forget one from before they shoot Gilmore's, and that is Haunted Leg.
I also had that on my list.
Like, so fantastic. I love that episode so much.
It's so good.
That's an Emmy Award winning episode from Lauren Graham. Like her and David Sutcliffe, like their scene work at the end, so good.
So
also
good.
him but she could make anyone look fantastic.
Totally.
Not that he was bad, but it really was her. She was the star.
Yeah.
So that one, They Shoot Gilmores, Don't They? Deep Fried Korean Thanksgiving. A Tale of Pose and Fire.
I had that on my list too.
And then Those Are Strings, Pinocchio.
Yeah. I'm shocked Let the Games Begin is not on there.
You know, that's a trio of like, I think that is the prime trio. Like that is the most elite trio of episodes in the entire series.
Yeah.
Like that to me is fall. Like if you watch no other episodes this fall and you just watch those, you rewatched Gilmore Girls. You're good. But I don't know what it was. I was like, that one doesn't feel like that one, in my opinion, is the bottom 3 of those 3 episodes.
Interesting. Okay.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I think that, yeah, maybe, but it's still, they all kind of sit.
I know.
I think
and like
They Shoot Gilmore Don't They will always be like top tier for me. It's always been my favorite
Gilmore
episode.
Don't They, of course. We're trying to explain what these episodes are because I know not everyone knows all of the episode names. This one, of course, is the Dance Marathon. They Shoot Gilmore Don't They? Dance Marathon. Because a lot of people said Dance Marathon in terms of the episodes. They described them. So I do want to give to y'all that some of the episodes describe themselves pretty easily. Lorelei's graduation day. What happened? Lorelei graduates. So that one's quite easy.
Yeah, totally.
They Shoot Gilmore Don't They is the Dance Marathon. Let the Games Begin is when Emily and Richard take Lorelei and Rory to Yale on a trip and just so happen to have an appointment with the dean. Oh my gosh, look at that. And then Deep Fried Korean Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving, y'all.
Yeah, totally.
It's in the title. But now I'm rethinking it because I love that one.
It's so good.
And now to say that's the bottom of the trio for me, I think I lied to everyone.
It's so
but
good.
Which one would be?
I don't know that there needs to be.
I think
a
they're all
bottom of the
number
trio.
one.
Yeah. I think that they all kind of deserve to be there.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I changed my mind. I want to include it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Include her. Because they actually really aligned with me.
Yeah.
Was because I did mine and then I went and looked. And then and I have to tell you, I had Bracebridge dinner, which features the Bracebridge dinner.
Yeah. Famously.
I had that one before I looked at their list and I was like, oh. Okay, look at us.
Yeah. No surprise that was on there.
Yeah. But they had Haunted Leg, They Shoot Gilmore's Deep Fried, A Tale of Pose and Fire, Win. They have the Faux Po Foes, when the Poe Society is there and the inn has just caught fire.
Yeah.
Where he's talking with sock puppets. Suki takes over Luke.
Fantastic episode.
This is also when Luke learns that she's pregnant, which I love so much.
I love when he goes, "You're pregnant?"
Yeah.
Very
Excellent
cute.
episode.
Yeah. And then, of course, Those Are Strings, Pinocchio is just such a fantastic episode.
Where he graduates from Chilton. It's a whole moment. Jess calls her nonstop. It's the whole thing.
Were there a lot of Lazy, Hazy, Crazy? Or were there any? That was the one I was surprised to not see because that was the only other one I had on my list.
Let's see. No, some people, because I made a list of things everything that everyone said, but like a lot of them were just like one-offs. Like some people said Swan Song, Teach Me Tonight, Forgiveness and Stuff.
Yeah, I had Forgiveness and Stuff on my list too, but again.
But it was like one person mentioned it. So there was not, if it wasn't like a highly, highly submitted episode, I didn't include it.
Because I will say on the topic of like Emmy Award winning performances from Lauren Graham, Lazy, Hazy, Crazy Days of Summer when she's Mimi. Pretty good.
God, when she's Mimi, oh my gosh, you're so right. That's so good.
Pretty top tier, if you ask me.
Pretty top tier.
So we can put a pin in that. But right now I have Haunted Leg, They Shoot Gilmore Don't They, Let the Games Begin, Deep Fried, A Tale of Pose and Fire, and Those Are Strings, Pinocchio to add to the list.
The only other one that someone submitted, this was just submitted once, was Dear Emily and Richard, which I can see because we get the flashbacks and we have Emily and Lorelei kind of having like very juxtaposed predicaments, if you will. Them fighting versus her like bringing her a DVD player. Very different. But I like it, but is it in my top 25 or is it in the top 25? This is in no way objective. This is completely a subjective list, but yeah, I wouldn't include it.
Yeah, I get that.
And I do think that if people saw like the full list, they're like, oh, maybe that one I wouldn't say compared to all of these. Or maybe that is your fave episode.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know your life. Maybe you love a flashback.
I do love a flashback, but I didn't think that episode necessarily, I don't think that rises to the same occasion as some of the other ones that we're talking about personally.
Top 75?
Maybe. When we get there, we could talk about that.
75th anniversary.
Exactly. So moving on to season 4, what do you have?
Season 4. Sorry, when we said that, it reminded me of when like Nate Bargatze basically made the joke that we always make that Louise makes when he was hosting the Emmys, that he was like, we already had 75th, the 80s coming up, so they just gave me the 77th.
That's so funny.
Immediately reminded me. Okay, so this one is like so easy to start off. Lorelai's first day at Yale.
Absolutely.
This one was surprisingly not mentioned as much as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
There's another episode that was mentioned way more than this one that I was shocked by, but this one I needed it to be mentioned more by the besties because I love this episode.
Totally.
Next, I have Luke can see her face because Luke, boy, can he see her face. That's when he's got the love CD. Love. Last week fights, this week tights, or last week fight.
Yeah, last week fights, this week tights. Yeah.
Okay, I always mess it up. It's not last week fight.
No,
that one is where Liz gets married. Liz's wedding, of course, and then raincoats and recipes.
The finale. Yeah, that finale, trio is also very like.
That's
poignant.
Another really epic trio because I think that I would say season 3, season 4, season 5, and maybe season 6. There's like a trio of episodes that feels really important, and that one is the one for season 4, in my opinion.
Totally.
So many people said raincoats and recipes. They were like, I don't want to say it.
So good.
But and again, I love how people describe episodes. Maybe they don't know their name, but they're like, when Rory sleeps with Dean, when Luke and Lorelai have their first kiss, when that thing happens at the end. And I was like, I know what you guys are talking about. Like the amount of ways that you have found to describe what happens in this episode is fantastic. Or like when Kirk runs out of the dragonfly. So that one was very, very, very mentioned from the besties. The one I was surprised by that got so many mentions from season 4 was Ted Koppel's Big Night Out.
Why were you surprised by that? I had it on my list.
I don't know. I love that episode. Like,
it's great.
Truly, I think that is like one of the best episodes, which it probably was on my list. I don't know what happened to my season 4 list because all my other ones are here, but season 4 kind of disappeared.
Okay.
Don't know what happened.
Oops.
Not sure what happened there, but I was just I think I was so surprised by the amount of people that said it.
Yeah, I understand.
And I would have like accepted, a couple, but like that was like a highly rated episode or highly suggested episode. And it's just such a good one. Like it's so dramatic and it's so much fun to like be at Yale with Richard and like to have like the Ed Herman of it all. Cause like we could probably pull out the best episodes of Ed Herman and that would definitely fall in it.
Totally.
And then the drama of Penn and Lot. And then we've got Marty, who's like such a cutie at this point right now.
It's really cute. Yeah.
And then Jason and his revenge date with Lorelai.
Yep. Totally.
And it ends with Paris kissing her professor.
It sure does.
Wild up.
I had that on my list. I also had the Festival of Living Art.
Ooh, wait.
A fantastic episode.
that one was not mentioned a lot, but it was mentioned.
So good.
Where
that won an Emmy.
That one won an Emmy.
Yeah.
For the makeup, is that it?
It's a great episode. And I ranked it really high when I did our season 4 recap. That was like one of my top episodes. So I was like, okay, I kind of have to include this, I feel. I am willing to, acquiesce, but I felt like the Lorelai's...
Let's put a pin in that one. Because like, how do you compare the Festival of Living Art to Star-Crossed Lovers and Other Strangers?
Right. Ugh. Tough. For
me.
Great episodes.
Both great episodes. My immediate cutthroat response is the Festival of Living Art.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I would say yes. To that.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Why am I surprised that you didn't want to fight with me?
Do you want me to fight with you?
Do you want to fight? It'd be nice.
So do you want to include all 3 Luke Can See Your Face, Last Week Fights, This Week Tights, and Raincoats and Recipes on this list?
Did you?
I don't know. I circled Raincoats and Recipes for sure. The other 2, I was like, I don't know how people are going to feel about this. So I wanted to discuss that with you.
The besties included all 3. I included all 3, but I think the first one that I would cut would be Luke Can See Her Face.
Me too.
Because excellent episode, but compared to the other 2. But then the problem is to be like, Luke Can See Her Face. How does that compare to the rest of the list? Like, does it deserve to be there more than a previous episode?
Right.
I don't know. Who's to decide? I guess that actually is us.
It's
That's
us.
what we decided we were going to do today.
Let's put a pin in that and come back. Let's go to season 5.
Are you keeping all the pins in these?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So for season 5, I started with Written in the Stars.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent episode.
Yeah.
Love her. Now, this trio for season 5 is Norman Mailer, I'm Pregnant, You Jump, I Jump Jack, The Party's Over. And I included all 3 of them.
Yeah, it is really good.
From this one, controversially, our favorite is Norman Mailer, I'm Pregnant.
It is.
This is one of the best episodes. I do not care what anyone says. From the cold open to the end of this episode, every moment of it is fantastic.
It's so good.
It's so good. And the thing with You Jump is like iconic. Like Rory and Logan with the Life and Death Brigade jumping off the scaffolding. So good. The rest of this episode, and maybe it's because that part of it is so fantastic, the rest of it doesn't quite stand up to it.
Yeah, no, I'm so with you. I'm so with you.
But can't not include it. The Party's Over is, of course, the Yale male party that Gilmore's host kind of like brings them back together during their separation.
Also a great episode.
Great episode. I think it's better than You Jump, controversially.
I agree.
But I can't not include them. So
I'm with
I
you.
included all 3 of those.
Yeah. I had Norman Mailer because like that one was undeniable, but the other 2 I wasn't sure where we wanted to put them. So
yeah,
let's put a pin in that.
The besties did say Written in the Stars, Norman Mailer, and You Jump, but did not include The Party's Over.
Okay.
I would like to include The Party's Over because it's so good.
For sure.
It's also so monumental because this is the moment when Lorelai is really shifting into that, like, wow, Rory is having a very different experience than I did, despite how much I tried to push for her to have the experience.
So true.
Or the opinions about things that I had.
So true.
The next one is so easy and absolutely is going to fall in the top 5, if not top 3. And that is Wedding Bell Blues.
Absolutely. One of, if not the best episode of Gilmore Girls.
We'll have to put it up against some others, but fantastic episode.
Yeah.
One that I couldn't decide between, I had kind of like 2 that I was like this or that, was To Live and Let Diorama.
Okay.
Excellent episode. And A House Is Not a Home.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have either of those on here. I have Jews and Chinese Food, Pulp Friction, which is an unbelievable episode.
But the thing is, like,
But I'm a
Pulp
Gilmore.
Friction. Oh my gosh, I forgot But I'm a Gilmore.
I was like, Haley.
Tara. Oh my gosh, that one is...
That's an
You're scary,
unbelievable.
Pedro.
Yes, exactly.
How did I forget that one?
So good.
Oh my gosh, okay. I'm having a crisis. We have to include that one. But To Live and Let Diorama is like, you loved that episode when we watched it.
Yeah, I did. It's
like
a great episode.
I would not include... I know. I would not include Pulp Friction in that.
Really?
I loved Pulp Friction. I actually think Pulp Friction is better than You Jump, I Jump Jack.
I know you do.
But I wouldn't include it. And I don't know why. Like, I think that's the best episode of season 5 without considering Wedding Bell Blues and Norma Newell, I'm Pregnant. Actually, I don't think that's true. I don't know why I said
Actually, I've already talked myself out of this.
Actually, I just lied.
In record time.
Oh, man, you really threw me for a loop with But I'm a Gilmore. But I'm a Gilmore. Rory goes to the Huntsbergers and is completely insulted. Suki is on bed rest and is still trying to cook in the kitchen, even though Luke is running things. So much fun. But I'm a Gilmore is like set up by To Live and Let Diorama because that's when Rory is like crying over Logan, but they get together. Oh man, this one's hard. Yeah, it was 2 was someone you were like, oh, I'm scared about 2. 5 is harder.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. I think 5 is harder because there's some that I'm like, oh no, not that one for sure. But
see, that's what I would say about A House Is Not a Home.
The besties included A House Is Not a Home.
They did.
So for the besties, it's written in the stars. Norma Mailer, I'm Pregnant. You Jump, I Jump, Jack. Wedding Bell Blues. Say Something. Oh. And A House Is Not a Home.
Okay.
I know that you weren't going to include Say Something because Say Something gave you so much anxiety.
It did.
I thought that you were going to have to lay down in the middle of the recap. So I don't know about that one, but Say Something is, of course, where Luke and Lorelai have broken up post Wedding Bell Blues. Rory is wanting to hang out or something with Logan and goes to the poker game. There's the limo where Rory comes to help and Lorelai's laying in the bed and she leaves the voicemail talking about the way we were. Rest in peace, Robert Redford.
I know.
So, and that one, but see, that one is when Scott Patterson, I don't know why I called him Scott Patterson, Luke, comes over and like breaks into her house because he wanted to make sure she was okay. Yeah. Even though they were broken up. And I'm just like, oh.
I know.
So, good episode.
Good episode, but sad and anxiety inducing.
Yeah. I just don't know if that's one of the best though. But it's one of the best Luke moments though, I will say.
It's a really good Luke moment for
that's
sure.
That's a really good Luke moment. I don't know why I called him Scott Patterson. Different people.
Okay, let's put a pin in that, but I think that we can agree on a lot of these.
Yeah. At least Wedding Bell Blues.
It has to be in there.
Has to be in there.
What did you do for season 6?
I have 3 for season 6.
Okay, lay them on me.
Friday Night's All Right for Fighting.
Obviously, has to be.
This was one of the most, again, up there with Wedding Bell Blues, one of the most submitted answers. The next one might surprise you, but if this isn't on your list, I'm going to be surprised.
Okay.
And that is I Get a Sidekick Out of You.
A fantastic episode. A 10 out of 10.
That was like wildly and surprisingly a 10 out of 10 in Gilmore Revisited because it's Lane's wedding and it just was from beginning to end so good.
So good.
And it ends dramatically and the whole of it is just so good. And it's so the kind of wedding you would want for Lane. The groom, we could give or take. But at least for Lane. And we loved that one. Is it on your list?
It is on my list.
Okay, good.
Partings is also on my list.
Okay.
It's also a fantastic episode.
This is one that surprised me. Is it on my list? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah.
This was on, this one was so highly submitted in the question box. And I was like, for a second, I was like, okay, anytime we talk about how good Partings is, everyone is like, you guys are delusional. Why do you like that episode? Like, not this episode. This episode was submitted so many times. And I was like, wait, is this the Gilmore to Say effect?
Yeah, it is. It 1000% is the Gilmore to Say effect. Or this is the Haley effect.
Is this the Haley effect? Or do you guys just actually love this episode and the haters are louder?
Oh, maybe.
So I was like,
I didn't love this episode until we started this podcast. So...
But like,
and we also covered it on the podcast. So I'm
we
not
did
surprised.
cover it on the podcast. But like, construction of this episode has everything. The hottest club in New York. And it's like the way that it begins and ends the same, but so different. It's just beautiful. It's Amy's last episode before the revival. It's so good. Like, it's got that towny aspect to it.
Totally.
It's got the Gilmores.
The Troubadours.
It's got a graduation.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it. It's got a fight in the street. You know I love a fight in the street.
I know
it's
you
got
love
a
a fight in the
drama, like romantic moment between Rory and Logan. It's so good, but I was shocked.
I know.
And I was like, if a couple people had said it, I'd been like, okay. But when you scroll through, really, it was so, like, there was so many submissions for it. I was like, oh my God, you guys are lying.
I know. No, it's so true.
I think that maybe the haters are louder.
They might just be. Or we, changed some minds, and that's okay
maybe
too.
We did.
But those three for me are definites. And the only other one that I would make a case for is Let Me Hear Your Bell Lake is ringing out.
Okay, I was really surprised by this one because only one person submitted it.
Damn.
And
this is, of course, why did you drop out of Yale? Like,
they said the one where Jess says, why did you drop out of Yale? It's such an iconic moment.
But does that make the episode
when Rory and Logan break up there?
One of the best. I mean, it's great.
It's good.
Okay,
okay, but that's with the soccer. That's a soccer one.
Oh yeah, that is the soccer
with the soccer team, and we always forget about the soccer team storyline.
Yeah, you're right.
So like I like it. I like the episode, but the other one that someone submitted was. They specifically talked about when Emily puts Shira in her place. I love that, but the episode as a whole, we've got magic to do, like with the USO. Did I just say UFO or USO?
No, you said USO.
Okay. I heard myself back and I was like, wait, what? Not the aliens.
Yeah.
Different charity organization. But that one, they did mention it. And I think I was like, if we were doing scenes wise, that one would be included.
Yeah.
Like Kelly Bishop Slade. The whole episode as a whole, I would say no.
Yeah. It's, season 6, and we talked about this in our recap of season 6, is a really tough season to watch. That
one is where it picks up though.
It is where it picks up, but it's still kind of like, compared to all of these other episodes that we've discussed, I just think, I don't think it holds a candle personally.
And then the other one in season 6 that someone said was, or a couple people said this, but as a whole, we didn't love this episode. It was just the scene, and that was The Prodigal Daughter Returns.
We didn't love this episode, and I put it on there as like an iconic episode. I also put 21 as the loneliest number on there as an iconic episode.
Oh my God,
but
Tara.
They
shocked.
But they
don't hold a candle to the
contender.
rest of them.
No, they don't. They don't.
What is it? She said, I could have been a contender. You're still a contender.
Now, on that topic, I do not have any from season 7 or the revival.
I wrote, and nothing for season 7.
Bye. To quote Mean Girls.
Bye. To quote Mean Girls.
So I'm glad we're in agreement.
But one of the besties submitted Bon Voyage for their consideration.
I
get it.
Good episode. We did say it was a really good season finale, but I just think that when you look at Gilmore Girls as a whole, I just don't think
you're putting Bon Voyage and I Jump Jack against each other.
We can't. What job?
Wait. If we're doing like townie quotes though, what job? Oh, ring a bell.
Bless you, Lulu. Bless you. Okay. So, I think from season 1, we're in agreement that the pilot, Rory's Dance, and Love, Daisies, and Troubadours, definitely on the list.
Absolutely on the list.
Okay, and then from season 2, Nick and Nora, Sid and Nancy, The Bracebridge Dinner, A Tisket, A Tasket, There's the Rub, and I Can't Get Started.
Absolutely.
Like, no doubt about it.
No arguments. Okay. Like, no notes. Like, won't accept any disagreement. Unless you disagree. In which case, I fully accept you disagreeing. I just don't agree. I respect it. I don't accept it. How about that?
Okay. And then from season 3, Haunted Leg, They Shoot Gilmore's, Don't They? Let the Games Begin, A Deep Fried Korean Thanksgiving, A Tale of Pose and Fire, and Those Are Strings, Pinocchio.
Yes.
Okay.
I will say A Tale of Pose and Fire is actually one of the, I said I made my list before I looked at the besties answers. That was the only one that I stole from the besties.
Really?
Because I was like, you guys are right. y'all are so for real.
So we have 14 so far. Then moving on to season 4, we have The Lorelai's First Day at Yale, Ted Koppel's Big Night Out, Luke Can See Her Face, Last Week Fights, This Week Tights, and Raincoats and Recipes.
Wait, what about the Festival of Living Art?
I have a pin in that.
Okay.
And then moving on to season 5, I have Norman Mailer, I'm Pregnant.
Not Written in the Stars?
I have a pin in that.
Okay. Keep your pen.
I'm going to keep my pin. Norman Mailer, I'm Pregnant. Wedding Bell Blues. And But I'm a Gilmore, for sure. Those 3.
Not You Jump?
I have a pin in that.
Oh.
And I have a pin in The Party's Over as well. Just because I want to see where we land. Like, these are ones that feel like non-negotiable for us.
Okay. Cool. We might negotiate some of them.
That's okay. Okay, so I wrote all of these out. And we're going to now, if you're watching us on YouTube, you can see the whole list of what we're kind of negotiating between. If we're going to keep this list, switch them out for other ones that we may have a pin in. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So right now, this is the list.
Okay.
Is there anything on here that you would like to negotiate for a different episode?
You know, I was thinking about that because there's like a pin and a lot of really good episodes.
I know.
Like not seeing You Jump up here is kind of wild.
Yeah, wild.
Right?
Yeah. Is there anything on here that you're like, I think I would switch it out?
Looking at them, I think there's 2 that I might call to that could be switched out for ones that we have pins in. You might feel differently.
Okay, let me know what
they are. A Tale of Pose and Fire.
Ooh.
And Luke Can See Her Face.
Okay. I was also admittedly going to suggest I Get a Sidekick Out of You because it is a great episode. But there are other ones that we have in here that I'm like, oh.
But if we put up I Get a Sidekick Out of You and leave behind You Jump, I think that we will take our Gilmore Girls accreditation will be taken away.
Okay. So we're going to put You Jump.
Even though it's out of order, it's okay. She's going to season 6 right now. To be among friends.
Yeah. And then honestly, I want to put the Festival of Living Art in there.
I think we could switch out Luke Can See Her Face.
For the Festival of Living Art.
But I think that, because I think that the Luke Can See Her Face does it better in Last Week Fights. Am I misremembering that?
I don't know.
It's also really hard not to see Written in the Stars up here.
I know.
Are you putting You Jump with Her Friends?
Yeah.
You can watch Tara do this live if you're on YouTube.
Is there another episode that you would say, okay, like I will put Written in the Stars. I would put Written in the Stars in over this.
A Tale of Pose and Fire? I don't know.
I don't know. A Tale of Pose and Fire is a fantastic episode.
That's where we get Rory's going to Yale.
That's what I'm saying. The whole town.
But it's written in the stars. This is like Luke and Lorelai, the beginning of them. We meet Logan. It's not just because we meet Logan, but like we have meeting Dean and meeting Jess.
We do.
That's not the only reason. It's just a good episode.
Well, on that topic, like I love Nick and Nora, but is Nick and Nora better than yeah, it's a great episode.
You're like, actually,
never mind.
We
watched it yesterday together. Yeah. So, but A Tale of Pose and Fire is so good.
It is so good. Like that is like such a monumental episode. Like Bebe Ate Oatmeal, a film by Kirk.
Also, like Rory's Birthday Parties isn't on here.
Oh my God.
I know.
Tara, oh my gosh. Okay.
This is hard.
That one
Who
has
made us
to
do
end up on
this?
here.
Who made us do this?
Who's doing this? Because
would you substitute
wrong.
the Festival of Living Art for Rory's Birthday Parties?
Yeah, actually, I know we just added her in
I
there,
know.
but I'm so sorry. You have to. You're gone.
From
now,
pilot to partings. We've got it all.
Now here's the thing.
Tell me.
You will fight me.
Okay.
But the episode as a whole.
Okay.
Do you think a Tisket a Tasket?
There's no way I'm negotiating out a Tisket a Tasket.
Really?
Haley. Over what?
Anything. Like, I just
what
like
would you want to
looking
put
at
in
it
its place?
written in the stars.
No way. Ain't no way that a Tisket a Tasket.
But like the episode as a whole?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't negotiate out a Tisket a Tasket.
That one's a sparkly heart for me.
I understand. I get. Okay, hold on a second. Let's kind of look at them on the same plane. You Jump, I Jump, Jack versus Written in the Stars. The introduction of Logan or the introduction of Rory and Logan.
Well, here's the thing. That one's hard because I feel like that's an iconic episode, but Written in the Stars, I think as a whole, like the whole episode is better. Like just like the A, B, C storylines of Written in the Stars are better than the ones of You Jump. But I think that the Life and Death Brigade part of that outweighs it. What do you think?
I'm not sure because I'm with you that like Written in the Stars is iconic for the fact that like, you know, it's Lorelai and Luke's first date, the town meeting, Logan's introduction. We also get Rory going into her sophomore year of college. Paris is brokenhearted because, of course, you know, everything with Asher happens.
Yeah.
Emily and Richard, like their separation is in full swing and Emily showing up is quite funny. I just don't know what I would replace to put it in there.
Yeah. Because like let's just go through them.
Okay.
The pilot. Like, I guess we can kind of like rank them as we go through them to see like if maybe they would be below 25.
Yeah.
And kind of see from there. Just like blindly, where would you put the pilot between 1 and 25?
Ooh. I don't know. We're not at that part yet.
I kind of just want to stick it in at 15.
That's the thing.
Like,
I kind of want to put it like halfway through.
Yeah. I kind of just want to like put her in at 15 and see if she needs to be moved around.
You want to do that now?
Because she's the pilot, but like, yeah.
But I don't feel like we've completely negotiated the 25.
But I think that like as we go through, if like there's some of them that like will rank as they get ranked lower. I think that because like the pilot, that's on the list. 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. So we're
but is that where she needs to be? We don't know.
We don't know yet. Okay. The pilot's in at number 15.
Great. Rory's birthday parties.
Oh my God, a great episode.
That one is definitely included. I can't think of any of the pins that would supersede that one.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Is it better than the pilot?
I think so.
I think so too. I think it's pretty monumental episode. And it's really like the juxtaposition of Hartford and Stars Hollow is really clear and it really moves the episode forward. I mean, the show forward really well.
I would put it in the top 10. So I'm going to put it at number 10. How do you feel about that?
Great. I think that's actually exactly what I was going to say. So love it. Love being on the same page.
For now.
Just wait.
Just wait. What about Rory's dance?
I think this has to be there. You know, famously, almost famously, on Gilmore Revisit at the end of this one, I was like, kind of boring. You said the same thing and we were like,
did.
What?
It's a great episode.
It's really though, like seeing Emily in that way, like Rory at her dance is really cute. Like we get cutie Dean vibes.
Mm-hmm.
I will kill you. Is that what he says to?
Because I'll kill you,
Tristan?
idiot. Yeah. He says that to him. I would say it's a notch above the pilot.
Yeah. Okay. 16. Oh, but like
no, a notch above. So like 14.
Oh, okay. Yes. I don't know. Is that too low?
Rory's dance? Girl, it's going to move around so much.
Okay, you're so right. Love Daisies and Troubadours.
Also so great. Like, so great. Oh, you're making a face.
No, I'm not making a face.
You're trying to figure out where to put it?
It's in the top 25.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
You're
my
trying to figure out
thinking
where to put it.
face.
My face.
Okay, admittedly, I was making a face. I'm always making a face because I have one.
Yes, it's
that was
true.
That was me trying to decide whether it should go above Rory's Birthday Parties, and I don't think it should. So I'm thinking like maybe 13 or 16.
Would you say it's better than the pilot? Like, this is actually a really great question because we're talking about
It's
the
actually
first
a really
episode
hard
of
question,
season
is what
one
it
and the
is.
last episode of season one. Because I do think that the writing, the characters, etc., really expand throughout the season. And so where does that put this finale? Because we're talking about the town. We're talking about the, you know, the relationships that have been built. How does that compare to the pilot? Because the pilot of Gilmore Girls is really good, but they also haven't found everything yet, right? So how does that compare to the establishment of characters when we get them, like in Love, Daisies, and Troubadours?
You're supposed to speak through your music. You know, I might put that one at like 12.
Okay.
And see where it goes. Now, one that is not listed here that was a pin in it was the road trip to Harvard, where they take a road trip. Actually, they take a road trip to New Hampshire and then they drive to Boston from there for some reason.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
And I will allow it to leave, and I don't see it fitting on this list.
Okay.
I
appreciate
it
that.
falling within this.
It's a great episode, but
now Nick and Nora, Sid and Nancy, we were talking about this because we watched it for the Rewatch Club very recently, that this episode is so pivotal and introduces a new type of character. Not just like Jess being a new type of character. It's like we have a new character with a new point of view. Like Luke and Jess are getting their own point of view, which has not really happened. We haven't really had that sort of long-term character arc that Luke is being set up with outside of a love interest. Because even when he was just with Rachel in the episode that he was talking to Rachel in, was that Love, Daisies, and Troubadours?
yeah.
He was still talking about Lorelai. So it was like as a love interest. So I think it's really pivotal and really important and one of the best episodes. So I think it stays. I don't think it gets switched out.
No, I don't think so either. Just trying to figure out where it falls.
I think it's better than the pilot. The pilot doesn't have to stay at 15.
It doesn't. Admittedly, as we're talking about these episodes, it's starting to sink further down for me. And not because it's bad. It's an incredible pilot.
Just some of these are ahead of it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's above Love, Daisies, and Troubadours.
Okay. Well, do you want to put it at number 13?
Put it at number 13. Do you think it's above
Love, Daisies, and Troubadours?
Do you think it's better than Rory's Dance?
Oh, that's actually a good question. I'm going to drop the pilot down to 18.
I actually was going to suggest you do that.
Really? That's so funny.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put Nick and Nora behind Rory's Dance for now at number 15.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
The Bracebridge Dinner.
For me, it's a top 10 episode.
I will acquiesce to the fandom in this one because she's loved.
She is very loved.
She's loved. Like, this is one of those ones. Because I referencing back to their list and put tons of stars next to ones that like are non-negotiable. And Rory's Birthday Parties is actually one of the highly submitted ones. So I think it's good in the top 10. But Bracebridge was one of those ones that just like had so many answers that.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better than Rory's Birthday Parties?
I do.
Okay. I don't, but I really do think that's a personal thing.
Yeah. I say that with skepticism because they both offer two different things.
Yeah. I think that this is where like the criteria for what would be the best episode would be helpful, but it really is individual because like the split of Rory's birthday parties and like the focus really on the 3 Gilmore Girls is so specific to that episode. It really is a Rory, Lorelai, Emily episode.
Totally.
The Gilmore Girls, if you will.
But Bracebridge Dinner,
it includes all of that too.
Yeah. And, you know, Emily and Richard and their drama, but it's a townie episode, which you know is very important to me, very sacred to me when it comes to Gilmore Girls.
It does include Clara.
Yeah, that is a point against it, isn't it?
It does.
But
does give it a point against it.
For me,
Jess does fight Dean though, so
that is true.
Number 1.
Here's the thing, is that for me, these next 3 episodes, the Bracebridge Dinner, A Tisket, A Tasket, and There's the Rub, are firmly in the top 10 episodes for me.
Really?
For me. I know you don't feel that way about A Tisket, A Tasket.
Would not be in the top 10 for me.
Can I ask why?
I don't think it's a bad episode. I just think that there are better episodes. Like looking at like there being only 9 spots left because we haven't put the Bracebridge Dinner in there. A Tisket, A Tasket being over like Norman Mailer, Wedding Bell, But I'm a Gilmore. I don't see that being the case for me.
Oh, interesting. You think But I'm a Gilmore is in the top 10?
Yeah.
Really? Over A Tisket, A Tasket?
But I would put it over A Tisket, A Tasket for sure.
Oh, interesting.
Because I think that like the excess of A Tisket, A Tasket is not my favorite.
Like what? Like what's not your favorite within that?
Like I like the Rory and Jess on the bridge. Like I like them fighting over who's going to get Rory's basket. I like that Patty is setting up men, but like surrounding it, I don't know. Like
Suki and Jackson get engaged. Lorelai and Luke technically go on their first date.
That's cute.
Lane
I do like
has
that
this
part.
whole drama with Henry, and she's yelling at her mom, and he breaks up with her. Kirk and the crinkle cut carrot sticks. There's so much.
I'm not putting carrot sticks in the top 10.
Dying.
I don't know. Okay. Let's leave A Tisket, A Tasket out of it for a second because I don't know where it goes. But I will put the Bracebridge in the top 10.
Okay.
Do I think it goes above Rory's birthday parties? I don't. But I don't know.
What
it just
if I
feels
move
like
Rory's birthday parties up to number 9 and I put the Bracebridge Dinner at number 10?
Because like I don't want to argue against myself with the or I don't want to argue for myself for the Bracebridge Dinner because it is a good episode and it deserves to be there. Which is weird because I like A Tisket, A Tasket personally better.
Yeah, I know you do, which is why I'm very surprised. Now, riddle me this. Do you feel like A Tisket, A Tasket is better than Rory's Dance? Like, would you put it in that number 13 spot behind Love, Daisies, and Troubadours, but above Rory's Dance? Because I think I would.
I think that what really makes Rory's Dance for me is Emily and Lorelai. Like, that is so... That's so it. I would even
but
like
taking that out of it. What about everything else around it? There are cutie moments.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
like I like that Lorelai makes her dress, and like it's a very slow episode. I think at the end of it, that's where we're a little bored with that. Except the ending. The ending is electric. It's on fire.
It's electric.
Doing the most and doing the least. But I honestly might pick up Rory's Dance and Nick and Nora, move it down, and put it at 14.
Okay. Put A Tisket, A Tasket at 14?
Is that what we just said?
Yeah.
No,
Rory's Dance and Nick and Nora were at 14 and 15, so I just moved them down to 15 and 16.
Let's put it there. It will probably move.
A Tisket, A Tasket?
Yeah.
At number 14?
It'll probably go up, if I'm being honest.
Oh, okay.
But I want to put it in a safe spot where it feels comfortable.
Let's put it in a safe spot.
Yeah, let's put it in like Delta Comfort.
Great. Love Delta Comfort.
It's not going to first class, but like maybe it'll get an upgrade.
I understand.
Yeah.
There's the Rub is one of the best episodes of Gilmore Girls, period.
Absolutely. Sheila Lawrence fucking nailed this one.
Nailed it.
She was riding with gas when she had this one.
I completely agree. For me personally, it's top 3. I would also accept top 5.
3? Whoa. 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 I'm scared to put something that in the top 3.
No, we're going to get to the top 3 and you're going to be like, yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I think it'll probably end up there, but can we put it at 4 for safety reasons?
Let's put it at 5. Let's put it at 5.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
just
I'm not.
For all of us to.
It was just
all of us to feel
me.
comfortable.
For me personally, it falls in my top 3. I think.
You know what I actually want to do? So, of course, like we have been like doing more like newsletters lately, and we're going to send this out in like listicle form so you can like remember, really disagree with us or really agree with us. I also would like to include like our top 25, like our personal 25, because is Bracebridge Jenner going to be here? Fuck no. It is not.
I get that.
So I would love to do that between the two of us. So we'll have to do a little extra work off screen, but I would love to do that just to see how our list compares to what we think.
So fair.
Trying to be objective, but could never be because we are subjective to this.
We are. It's true.
I can't get started.
You know, I don't quite know where to put this episode because I love this episode. It is a really fantastic finale.
Tara likes when Jess and Rory kiss.
I love when Jess and Rory kiss, but I'm trying to take that out of it and look at the episode as a whole. Like, Suki is getting married. I love that aspect to it. I love, even though I hate the line, I hope to God you're wrong. I do love
That's 25.
Yeah, right. Drop it. But I can't get started. Like, it's one of those things like Rory's dance. You can't deny that, like, the electric nature of what transpires in the episode makes the episode really fantastic. And the last 10 minutes of the episode, and also when Jess comes back and he and Luke have that moment,
He's like, how'd you get up here?
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
He said, I want to come back. And then, you've also got Chris letting Lorelai down with everything having to do with Sherry. Now.
And future Gigi.
I would put it.
Is it better than Love Daisies and Troubadours?
Oh. Ooh. Yes, I think.
I actually would put it next to it.
Yeah.
Like, either move Love Daisies and Troubadours down to 13 and put it at 12, or put I Can't Get Started at 11.
I'm going to move it. I'm going to move Love Daisies and Troubadours down to number 13 and put I Can't Get Started at number 12.
Okay.
Now, Haunted Leg.
Looking at this list, I'm like, what are we even doing?
What are we doing? I know. It's all gonna shift around because these are really good. Really, really good episodes. Now, Haunted Leg. What are your initial thoughts? What's your knee-jerk reaction to Haunted Leg?
Knee-jerk reaction. I almost just jerked my knee, but the knee
don't do that.
Elevated right now is my hurt knee right now, so I won't. But my knee-jerk reaction is to put it below the pilot.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that wrong?
I don't think so.
It's not wrong because it's my opinion. It's my opinion. How do you feel compared to that?
I think that that's fine. I don't know if we're going to change our minds once we rewatch the episode and go, oh my God, like, damn. But
damn, we messed up.
Yeah.
It's also just like, I think that for that one, I'm very excited for our future episode of us nominating Lauren Graham for Emmy Awards based on scenes, because the scene work in that one, fantastic. Like, honestly, can I be honest? I actually don't think at any point in the show I'm mad at what Lauren Graham is doing.
No.
Everything she does is perfect.
She is
But that
great.
one is just so intense that, like, the scene work there, the acting, no notes.
Yeah.
Why would I put it at 19?
Totally.
So I'm going to leave it there. I would put the pilot above it, I think.
Okay. Good to know.
For now.
They shoot Gilmore's, don't they? The dance marathon episode.
Oh,
I feel like we have to put it in the number 1 slot to start.
The number 1. We're going to put one in the number 1 slot right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Put her up there.
It doesn't mean that it's not going to change.
Bop, 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 bop to the top.
But I'm sorry. This episode is so good. It's so good. It is the 50th episode. It, I think, was written to be this, like, very paramount, pivotal moment.
Shane, who should be listening right now because it's so damn obvious.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
You've got Dave Rogowski coming for eggless egg salad.
Town event. It's a big Townies episode. Costumes, the runaround. Taylor's punch drunk because he is exhausted and just wanted to be a magician. Yeah. So
Jess maybe offs Shane. We're not sure. He's got something to take care of.
Yeah.
We don't know. She's off living her best life somewhere else, being a beautiful blonde.
She's somewhere.
Yeah. When we said that we loved Shane on an Instagram reel recently, everyone was like, who is Shane? And they were like, really? You guys like Shane? I was like, yeah, she was just a girl. She was bad at her job, but she was also just a girl.
Bad at her job. Makes up words, but really good.
But also, she has to work a retail job and she probably doesn't want to, but this is how she's, paying for things. And maybe she's just buying beauty supplies, or maybe she's saving for college.
Exactly.
Maybe she's helping her family. You don't know.
You don't know.
Maybe she's buying hair dye. I don't know.
She's literally just a girl. You don't know either.
She's just a girl. Okay. Let the games begin. Just a girl.
So good. This episode is so good.
So good.
I would probably put it in between the Bracebridge dinner and It Can't Get Started at number 11.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about that?
It's a fantastic episode. You've got the start of Rory and Jess's relationship. You've got this excursion to Yale, the history of Emily and Richard. You've got,
wait. Yeah.
It's
Go
so
on.
good. And then,
Go on.
Then she appeared. Then she appeared.
Oh my gosh, the song choices for Jess and Rory's relationship is just top tier.
Just paramount. Peak.
Yeah.
So good. All right, a deep fried Korean Thanksgiving. Firmly in the top 10.
Firmly in the top 10.
In the top 10.
I would put it above There's the Rub.
You would? Okay.
It's so good. Oh, no. I meant the other way. Sorry. 6.
Oh, you'd put it below There's the Rub.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to talk about it because above meaning like, in my mind, a higher number.
Sure. I got you.
But you put it actually below, like literally below
in 1, 2. Yeah, I got you.
Because looking at our screen right now, she just moved it below to number 6. So
true.
I should be more specific with numbers.
Yeah.
This is one of those hard things where like I have a visual, but I'm talking to you in an audio medium. I'm actually on YouTube, which, hey, thanks for being here.
Hi.
You have a better understanding.
Yeah, it's true. Now, A Tale of Pose and Fire. This is one that
Great
you had
episode.
a fantastic episode, but this is one you had a little bit of a debate on whether or not we should even keep this in the top 25. So is this going to fall flat for you?
No, it's not. Because they're all good, Tara. Who told us to do this?
I don't know, but I want to fire them.
I'm having a really hard time with it because like I really do want to put Written in the Stars up there. But maybe I'm just being too sentimental about season 5.
It's
funny
really
enough, one of our Patreon members was like about our rankings that we had in the Year in the Life recap. They're like, Haley, now that you're Team Jess, I'm so surprised that 5 was still ranked so high and 2 so low. And I was like, actually, deleted. Like, you don't get to come here and slander me. No,
hilarious.
But I love y'all. But no, I'm not Team Jess. But with this one, it's just like, I love how much the town comes together. I think that one of my favorite scenes in this one is when Patty is the receptionist at like the call center in her dance studio, and
Michelle kind of criticizes her. Yeah.
Is there an episode you would replace this with from a pinned episode that you stuck a pin in? I say pinned because you stuck a pin in it.
I did. I don't know.
I will say the bestie said this one.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out where to put it. The besties list
is 27 episodes.
That's fair.
We didn't include Love and War and Snow, though.
We did not.
I feel really confident about that. So.
I know. I think people are going to be a little upset with us because there's some of my favorites that didn't make it on this list. Cinnamon's Wake. If we're talking about a Townies episode, like that's the establishment of the town.
Okay. Well, here's this. A Tale of Pose and Fire or Cinnamon's Wake.
Hard, difficult. Because what I do appreciate is that like with A Tale of Pose and Fire, the town is established, you know,
it's so different.
It's so different than Cinnamon's Wake, but Cinnamon's Wake is so good.
Yeah. This is when Dean's like, I'm going to stop bothering you.
I know.
Okay, well then stop.
All right, then stop it.
And this is like Max, but we've also got Yoo-hoo, Hee-Haw Band.
Exactly, the Hee-Haw
Lorelai and
Band.
Babette. I think that overall, in terms of Gilmore Girls, though, love Cinnamon's Wake. Big Cinnamon's Wake. Girly over here. I would say A Tale of Pose and Fire is a better episode, though.
Okay.
I think that because something that we talked about a lot in season 7 in Gilmore Revisited was that like Gilmore Girls is a very intricate pastry in the way that it's layered with its flavors. And in season 1, it becomes an uniced sheet cake from Costco. Still pretty yummy and I'm going to eat it. But like, would I want a lot more with this? 100%.
Season 1?
7, sorry.
Okay,
Season
I was
7.
like,
no,
hold on a second.
But what I'm thinking is like Cinnamon's Wake, delicious, but A Tale of Pose and Fire is just a much more intricately layered and flavorful dessert.
I agree.
I still love
there
the
are more
dessert
storylines established in
Yes.
A Tale of Pose and Fire. So yes, I would agree with that. So where would it fall? Like I'm looking kind of towards the bottom a little bit, not at the bottom, but like Pilot, Haunted Leg are right now at 18 and 19. Would it fall above or below?
You know, I know that I'm the one that's like, let's replace it. But I kind of want to put it at 17 right now because I'm just thinking of that moment. Like, okay, everyone, I've changed my mind. This one has to be in the top 25 because as a whole, this episode is really fantastic. But to the show, its importance, this is when Lorelai gets on board with Rory making her own decisions for herself. Because I think that she knew that she wanted to go to Yale, but she was like trying to play to what the town thought of her. Like, oh, you've already said you were going to go to Harvard. Her mom didn't want her to go to Yale. She got so upset about it. But it was finally when she walked in and the Yale pennant and paraphernalia was on her corkboard, when the Kirk t-shirt that said Rory's going to Yale was there.
Oh, that
it was
moment
like
makes
her
me
mom
cry every
accepting
time.
that she got to make her own decisions and do what she wanted, and she would still be there with her regardless of how she felt prior, that she was always going to show up for her what she wanted, even if it wasn't what Lorelai wanted. That's very short-lived.
For sure.
But it exists in that moment and it does make me cry. So, well, I kind of want to put it higher now that I really talked it up.
I know.
I really talked that one up, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. I would put it higher than a Tisket to Tasket.
Okay. Do we want to shift a Tisket to Tasket, Rory's Dance, and Nick and Nora down to 15, 16, and 17?
Yeah. What do you think?
I would agree. No. I would
Okay.
agree with you. I personally, my personal preference would be a Tisket to Tasket over A Tale of Pose and Fire, just because I love that episode. A Tisket to Tasket, in my opinion,
I might
is
even
one
feel
of
the same.
the best. But
Yeah.
I do agree with you that A Tale of Pose and Fire is like a really pivotal episode.
Yeah.
So moving on to
her.
Those Are Strings, Pinocchio. Another great episode, but is it a great episode because it is the end of a chapter? Is it a great episode because of the actual graduation speech that we get? How do we feel about the episode on the whole?
This is where Rory goes to her grandparents and she's like, no, this is my thing, which is very cute.
Yeah,
This
puts it very
interesting
much
callback to the pilot.
I agree. It's a very good
the
callback
not so
to the
scary
pilot.
anymore moment is really cute too.
It's very good.
Jess calling and Rory being like, I may have loved you.
Listen, I want to do something really insane. I want to move the pilot and Haunted Leg down. I love Haunted Leg. Fantastic episode.
That's not insane. I
And
thought
the
you were going to be
pilot-
like, I want to put it at number 2.
No. The pilot is so good, but these other episodes, like there's a part of me that wants to put the pilot episode at 25, and not because it's like the bottom of the barrel, but just because the pilot informs every other episode we're ranking. And
Yeah.
therefore, like some people could argue that maybe it should be at the top, but for me, it's like I almost want to start with it at number 25 and then go from there. But
I still think that we were right with Haunted Leg.
Okay.
Ranked lower in that it is 19.
We're going to put the pilot at number 20 and Haunted Leg at number 21. And I'm going to put good. Those Are Strings Pinocchio at number 19.
Is it better than Nick and Nora? Sid and Nancy? I think it's way better than Sid and Nancy, but not Nick and Nora.
I mean, it really is the bookend of that chapter. Like, you know, Nick and Nora's the start, and Those Are Strings Pinocchio is the end in a lot of ways.
It has a sentimental nature that does not exist in Nick and Nora, Sid and Nancy.
That's true. All right.
And I don't know if that qualifies it to be higher.
Well, for now, let's put it at number 17 under Rory's Dance.
I think we're going to get to the end of this list that we made and I'm going to disagree with it.
Probably. You probably will.
Yeah.
The Lorelai's First Date, y'all.
Top 5 for sure.
Top 5. Okay.
Yes. I would put it at number 1 personally. Like,
really?
I love this episode.
Would you put it at number 4?
Where do you think it should go?
I would put it at number 4.
Would you have put it at number 4 before I said top 5?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I accept number 4. I just think that one is like quintessentially Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
Like, it is really the true focus of that episode is the Gilmore Girls.
Totally.
Well, 2 of them, Lorelai and Rory, our mother-daughter pair. That episode is just like, if you want to feel good, that's the one.
I agree. I'm so with you.
PG, RG.
RG. Yeah. No, I'm so with you. Ted Koppel's Big Night Out.
You know, that one's quite hard because I think that we're going to have to move something around.
Yeah, I agree with you. We are going to have to move some stuff around.
I think, I don't know. What are we moving?
I don't know.
Oh, gosh. This one is really hard.
Okay. I'm just going to do this really quick. Wedding Bell Blues is in the top 3. No doubt. I'm going to put it in number 2. We can debate whether or not
just toss her up
that goes there.
No doubt.
You Jump, I Jump, Jack, I also feel is kind of towards the bottom because it is a great episode.
I think so too.
But I
would put it beneath the pilot.
Yeah. Because the rest of the episode is fine. I'm going to put it here under Haunted Leg.
Put her at 25.
Oh my God. Okay. Wow.
Here's my thing. I think that she deserves to be on this list. You Jump, I Jump, Jack deserves to be here. I think referentially she's great. I think that iconically she's there. I think that she's the least deserving to be on the list though.
Okay.
I think that the other episodes as a whole, from beginning to end, are better than this one. Yeah. But I think to not include this one on the list is a disservice to the show.
Yeah.
And what the show has become, the fandom. But yeah, I think that she's 20. I can firmly put her at 25.
I love that for you.
Thank you so much.
I also feel like Norma Mailer, I'm Pregnant falls into the top 10.
Yeah.
So for that, I would probably put it here at number 7.
Ooh.
I think.
Wow, this is hard because like we were like one of the best. And so like seeing her outside of the top 5, but like she's next to Deep Fried, like what a friend.
And Deep Fried, I'm actually not even convinced that that's at number 6.
I kind of think Norman Mailer should be ahead of her.
Really?
Of Deep Fried?
A Deep Fried Korean Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Tell me more.
What do you mean tell you more?
This is an iconic, a Deep Fried Korean Thanksgiving. They go to 4 Thanksgivings. It's
okay.
Iconic.
Go to 4 Thanksgivings, girls. Whatever. This episode is so good.
It is very good. But what about it makes it better than a Deep Fried Korean Thanksgiving?
Do you remember when Lori and Logan IM'd across? They were talking with their eyes, but typing with their fingers. And it was just so... And he calls her Ace for the first time. But But no, I just love the feeling of that episode. Whatever. We're not going to put it higher. Like, I feel like I can hear everyone in their cars on their runs crocheting. They're like, oh my God, that Haley, she loves the drama. Fine. I hear you. I hear you.
Okay.
I hear you
so
through your
get
cars.
it. I so get it.
On my personal list, she's going to be higher.
That's okay.
On my personal list that we will make, she'll be higher. But I do respect Thanksgiving. I do.
Thanksgiving is just like, it's so good.
Yeah. It's deep fried. It's Korean. It's Thanksgiving.
Exactly. Now, we have 6 episodes left to divvy out. Friday Night's All Right for Fighting is in the top 10 for me.
Has to be.
But would you put it above the Lorelai's First Day at Yale?
No.
So you would put it maybe at like number 8.
Here's the thing.
Tell me.
Here's the thing. That episode is good as a whole. I really like that episode as a whole. I love Rory and Logan saving the
Yale Daily News.
Say the New York Times. Different. Yale Daily News.
Yeah.
I like all of that. I like the groveling from Logan. It's quite cute. And then, of course, like iconic scene.
The reason why it's titled.
Scenes, yeah. One of the best scenes in Gilmore Girls is this Kenny Ortega directed, chaotic, like hand cam. It feels like the choreography of that is just chef's kiss, Kenny Ortega. But as an episode, Tara, you're about to lose your mind. As an episode, I think that the Bracebridge dinner is a better episode.
Well. Okay.
Now, would I personally, from my personal collection of opinions, rank Friday Night's All Right higher than the Bracebridge dinner? 100%, 1000%,
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
I get it.
But in terms of like greatness of episodes, I don't think that one is above the Bracebridge dinner.
But would you put Friday Night's All Right for Fighting at number 10 if I moved Rory's birthday parties and the Bracebridge dinner up a notch so that they're coming in at number 8 and number 9 and put Friday Night's All Right for Fighting at number 10?
I don't know what I would put it ahead of in the top 10. What do you think? Would you put it above Norman Mailer?
Friday Night's All Right for Fighting?
Yeah. The problem is
Not
like
necessarily. I'd put it in the same area.
You guys can live in the same neighborhood.
Can, like, hang in the same, like you're in the same cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
You know?
You guys are in the same clique.
They're just different. But yeah, no, I probably wouldn't. I would probably put it.
Like if we're ranking scenes, that one's getting probably top 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk about Emmy Awards.
But like as a whole, like it really, like if we could like rank the like last 10 minutes of various episodes.
Yeah.
That one would be number 1. But
yeah. No, I get it. I'm going to put it at number 10.
Okay. I think that's a safe spot for it.
Now, Partings, which famously is one of your favorite episodes.
Famously.
Famously.
That one we can say famously on the podcast.
Is that a top 10 episode?
I don't know if everyone's going to yell at me if I say yes, because I think yes.
Okay. I so get that. It's a very, very, very good episode.
Would
Would you
put
put
it
it above
in the
the
top
Lorelai's
10?
First Day at Yale?
Personally, yes. Professionally, no.
Professionally? Dead. Professionally? No.
What would you do?
I don't know.
What would you do?
I don't know. Because I'm also looking at But I'm a Gilmore, Raincoats and Recipes, which is an incredible finale.
Incredible finale. Now, here's the thing. How would you rate Partings to What We Have Left Over? Which, if you're not watching on YouTube, What We Have Left Over is Ted Koppel's Big Night Out.
The football
Last
game.
week fights, this week not also fights. Last week fights, this week tights.
Which is Liz and TJ's wedding.
Yes. Raincoats and Recipes, which is Luke and Lorelai's first kiss, the test run at the Dragonfly when Dean and Rory sleep together.
Yeah.
But I'm a Gilmore, which is Rory getting together, I guess, with Logan. Logan's her boyfriend. The Suki's on bed rest. The Huntsbergers hate Rory, but I'm a Gilmore. Partings, when everyone parts. Season 6 finale. Where would you put Partings? Like, would you rank Partings above all of those episodes?
I think that of these episodes, Last Week Fights and This Week Tights, Ted Koppel's Big Night Out would probably be towards the bottom. Yeah. And then, but I'm a Gilmore would be in the middle. Raincoats and Recipes is just such a good episode. But I'm a Gilmore is also a great episode. And Partings is great, but it's also very sad. It's a very sad episode.
Okay, are we ranking it on how happy they are?
Well, I do think that how they feel is important.
Informs.
Yes.
I would say of these, it's probably the saddest.
Yeah, for sure. I would put Partings and Raincoats and Recipes in similar categories because there are wins for one of the Gilmore Girls and there are losses for another. And of course, you know, Rory falling into bed with Dean at the end of the episode does kind of...
They did not fall. They decided.
They chose. I just meant like the two of them choosing to do that and Lorelai choosing to sleep with Christopher. These are pretty like parallel things. However, you know...
Parallel in action, not in sentiment and intent.
Totally.
Would it be wild to move Haunted Leg down?
No, not at all. I would move the pilot Haunted Leg and Nick and Nora down.
Yeah, I think so too. Yep, that's exactly what I would have done.
But those are strings.
Okay, well then let's do it like this.
Okay, tell me.
Let's kind of like based on where we have 18, 19, 20, and 21 are free, and so is number 3. So with Ted Koppel's Big Night Out, is it better than Those Are Strings Pinocchio?
I think so.
I think so too.
Okay.
I think that this is another case of the last 10 minutes being the best part of the episode.
I'm just moving it there for now.
Yeah. Is it better than Rory's Dance? I don't know. They're
the episode
so
as a
different.
Whole, kind of.
Okay.
Kind
Do you want to
of.
move it higher?
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily better than a Tisket to Tasket, personally. Do you disagree?
You know, here's the thing. I might flip those, but I'll leave them be because I know a Tisket to Tasket is actually melded into your soul, and I don't want to affect your soul today.
I appreciate it.
But I don't think that it's better than A Tale of Pose and Fire.
Okay.
I think where it's at, I feel really comfortable.
Okay.
In that spot.
But let me tell you, I would put Raincoats and Recipes over Ted Koppel's Big Night Out.
Okay. Would you put it over... Would you like kind of group it with the other finales? Because I would put it above Tisket to Tasket, A Tale of Pose and Fire. I kind of would put Raincoats and Recipes in 11.
Wow.
What do you think?
That's tough, but let me move in and see how I feel.
Because 11 would be better than Let the Games Begin, I Can't Get Started, Love Daisies and Troubadours, and A Tale of Pose and Fire. What do you think? How do you feel? Are you uncomfortable?
Let's leave it there for now.
Okay.
I would put Last Week Fights, This Week Tights.
Okay. This one.
This is tough.
Reflecting Light,
but also we get Jess showing up at Yale. I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. And then it's just like a weird ending. So for those reasons, I would put Those Are Strings Pinocchio over Last Week Fights, This Week Tights.
I agree. Is there a world in which Last Week Fights isn't on this list?
I don't know. What do you want to put on it instead? What would you change it out for?
I don't know. I will say everyone rated Those Are Strings Pinocchio, the besties did, over A Tale of Pose and Fire. I don't. But I feel like of those ones that we have listed, I feel like we have put them in good spots.
I think so too.
Wait, did you just put one in while I was talking?
I just moved a couple things around, and I want to know how
She moved a couple things around, and now I can't. Where is anything?
I want to know how you feel about this.
Okay. I actually don't know what you moved, so I don't know.
So I moved Rory's Dance down to number 19, and I put But I'm a Gilmore in number 18, under Ted Koppel's Big Night Out, but above Rory's Dance.
Okay.
So here's what it reads from bottom to top.
I feel comfortable with that.
I do too. Coming in at number 25 is You Jump, I Jump Jack. 24, Haunted Leg. 23, The Pilot. 22, Nick and Nora, Sid and Nancy. 21, Last Week Fights.
I kind of want to switch those.
Which ones? Pilot and Nick and Nora?
And Pilot. Is that right, though?
I don't mind that.
Do you feel the same?
I feel like there are so many of these that I'm just like, I put them on the same plane. So if you want to switch them, I'm not really, I don't have like strong feelings about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because Last Week Fights, you are right. That does end weird.
It ends very weird. And so I put that in at number 21. Number 20.
But it's hard because like, oh, that reflecting light dance.
It is great, but.
Is it better than the pilot?
Again, I think we put the pilot so low because but we put the pilot so low because the pilot informs so much of what's going on. But because it's the start, it's not there yet. And so all of these things are happening because of the pilot. Yeah. Last Week Fights, This Week Tights at 21. Those Are Strings, Pinocchio, the finale of season 3. And number 20, Rory's Dance at number 19, which I think is good because I think the episode on the whole is very strong, but the ending is what sells it. And so it's on the lower end. Again, these are the top 25 episodes out of 153 episodes. They've made it.
It's hard. Well, 157.
Yeah,
because
you're right.
We didn't include any from the revival,
That's
but
true.
like.
Next is But I'm a Gilmore.
Would you put the second half of Fall in the top 25?
Maybe.
No.
I don't know. Yeah.
No.
Number 18
what we have here?
is But I'm a Gilmore. Number 17 is Ted Koppel's Big Night Out, the football game. Number 16 is A Tisket, a Tasket. 15, A Tale of Pose and Fire. 14, the season 1 finale, Love, Daisies and Troubadours. 13, I Can't Get Started. 12, I Can't Get Started is the finale of season 2. 12 is Let the Games Begin, the day at Yale. 11 is Raincoats and Recipes, the finale of season 4, which I am torn on putting that higher than I Can't Get Started, but I do think it's very paramount to like Lorelai's dreams, her opening the inn, Luke and Lorelai's first kiss. Like, I do think that Luke and Lorelai's first kiss,
I think it's a really good episode, though.
Is like, kind of above Jess and Rory's first kiss.
I know. I think the sentimental nature, like I'd be really interested in your top 25. Like I kind of would love to like surprise each other with them just to see, because I would be very fascinated to know.
And then the top 10 at number 10 is Friday Night's All Right for Fighting. Number 9, The Bracebridge Dinner. Number 8, Rory's Birthday Parties. Number 7, Norman Mailer I'm Pregnant. Number 6, A Deep Fried Korean Thanksgiving. Number 5, There's the Rub. Number 4, The Lorelai's First Day at Yale. Number 3 is Partings. I do think that that is a fantastic episode. It is Amy's last in the original series. I think they chef's kiss, like truly as an episode. I know it doesn't give everybody the warm fuzzy feels, but it is a brilliant episode. So I'm putting it in there. Now, the top 2 episodes that we have. Number 2, Wedding Bell Blues, and number 1, They Shoot Gilmore's, Don't They? We're talking about the 100th episode and the 50th episode of this series.
Wow.
Lots to, I don't know, these kind of fall neck and neck for me. And so it makes it hard because with Wedding Bell Blues, you get, I mean, so much. You have the townies putting on this, you know, bachelorette party for Emily. You've got the girlies.
Gypsy's here.
Gypsy's here. You've got the girlies and them, you know, getting ready for Emily and Richard's vow renewal. You've got the actual vow renewal. You've got the start of Rory and Logan, like actually initiating some sort of romantic, physical relationship. You've got the fight with Christopher and all of the drama there. And you've got the breakup of Lorelai and Luke, which really doesn't come to a head until...
Yeah, it's more of like the beginning of them dissolving momentarily, temporarily. But I love the storyline of that because like the juxtaposition of Rory starting something new but like new to her as well, because it's just like girls just want to have stringless fun, and with Emily and Richard, who have like been together for forever, starting something new and recommitting to each other.
Yeah.
Whereas Luke and Lorelai, it kind of feels like Lorelai is just in old habits of like her family ruining her happiness. So there's nothing new over on that end, but I like the love stories that are taking place.
Totally.
While still the family drama is at the center of it.
Yeah.
Such a good episode. I'm really tempted to put it above They Shoot Gilmores, Don't They?
Here's where I'm going to make a case for They Shoot Gilmores, Don't They? Is that I love the towny nature of it. It truly is about Stars Hollow. So that's kind of where they differ, right? You've got family drama.
Yeah, they're kind of,
and then you've got
kind
Stars
of on two
Hollow,
ends of it. Yeah.
Which are the heartbeat of the show. You've had a lot building up to Rory and Jess getting together. And that finally all comes out, all comes to a head. And
ooh, it's so good. You're so right.
And the breakup, the initiation of Jess and Rory, and like, okay, like, are you definitely broken up with Dean? Yeah, I'm definitely broken up with Dean. And then you have Lorelai and her budding rivalry with Kirk, which I just find to be so hilarious. I love the costumes in this episode. I love that we still get Lorelai, chatting with her mom, and we get it's a lot funnier. Wedding Bell Blues is really good.
It's way funnier.
It's a lot more rooted in the comedy, whereas Wedding Bell Blues is more rooted in the drama.
I will say that it's a lot more balanced of a Gilmore Girls episode, because hearkening back to An Autumn Matter, one of our most popular episodes, is kind of like what makes a fall episode. And I think in this one, kind of like adjusting that for like what makes a good Gilmore Girls episode, it's like, I think seeing the Gilmores, I think that having a touch of the Gilmores in it, like, and Emily is there, they go to Friday night dinner.
Yeah.
But she's not like mad at her. They're just kind of like talking about what's
bantering.
Coming up. Yeah. They're really just bantering there. But we have a town event. And the girlies spend a lot of time together, like the two of them at the dance marathon, but they have very different storylines occurring.
Yeah.
But we have a really strong connection to both of their friends there. So like Suki and Jackson have a drama, but Lane also has a bit of a drama with her mom. And like maybe she's the winner of that episode.
Yeah.
Because she has the best outcome, really.
Totally.
We have Rory and Jess, or it's really Dean peacocking to Jess, and really embarrassingly with Rory and Shane and Jess and that little quad. Dean yelling is never justified, but did I enjoy it?
I mean, it just, everything came to a head.
Our cotton candy princess is present. So,
it's true.
I think that Wedding Bell Blues and They Shoot Gilmores, Don't They is really a spectrum thing of like, they're the best of their respective sections of Gilmore Girls, early seasons, later seasons. But yeah, I think I'll leave them with They Shoot.
I think so too.
Or They Shoot Gilmores at the top, with Wedding Bell Blues at number 2.
Yeah, very close number 2.
Very close number 2. Very, very close. Now, do you really think, genuinely, from this top 10 list, that Partings is at number 3? In your heart of hearts, is Partings number 3?
Can I tell you what I would switch?
Yeah.
I would switch Deep Fried Korean Thanksgiving and Partings.
So, Deep Fried would be number 3. Or we're moving the Lorelai's First Day at Yale to 3. And like shifting them.
Could also shift those as well. Because as
I'm
looking at it,
there's the rub?
I think There's the Rub is a phenomenal episode. I think that, you're getting Emily and Lorelai, you're getting their relationship and everything that's happening there. And then you're also getting the conflict with Rory and Dean and Jess, but you're also getting Paris and Rory.
Mac and cheese Paris.
So I think there's a lot of layers there. This is the layer cake. Deep Fried is also a layer cake.
Lorelai's layer turkey.
It is. Or tofurkey, depending on who you are.
It's layered. Tofurkey turkey, turkey. Deep fried margarita.
But the Lorelai's first day at Yale, margarita, tequila. But the Lorelai's first day at Yale, though it has layers, for the most part, it's just about the girls. And so I'm torn because, like, I do think Partings, There's a Rub, and A Deep Fried Korean Thanksgiving are a lot more layered than the Lorelai's first day at Yale. But it's such a good episode. So...
Because, like, I think that, like, the simplicity of Cinnamon's Wake is where it maybe doesn't reach up to these. But I think the simplicity of the Lorelai's first day at Yale is what puts it here for me. I think if there was a lot more drama in it, I mean, honestly, it would probably be even better. But, like, I think that that's why I like it so much. It's, like, a different version of it because it really is focused on the girls. But maybe what I would do is move There's the Rub to number 3.
Oh.
Deep Fried to number 4.
Oh.
The Lorelai's first day at Yale to number 5.
And Partings to number 6.
And Partings to number 6.
I'm not going to argue with you on that.
I know, I kind of built that for you a little bit.
Thank you.
You know, it's really hard for me, though, because, like, looking at this, I'm like, is Partings better than Norma Mailer I'm Pregnant? I think so, honestly. Like, I feel like so, like, the fact that so many of you, like, that's why I'm keeping this here, because, like, it would be higher on my list. On my personal top 25 list, it would be higher than number 6. It would be competing, like, 1 and 2. Like, I love that episode. And so... I'm trying to keep my personal opinions out. I mean, the Bracebridge dinner is number 9, and I was the one that said we should move it up. Like,
I know.
I know. This is called character growth.
That's on growth, kids.
Welcome to is this season 4 of Gilmore to Say?
Yeah.
Season 4 of Gilmore to Say. Character growth from the beginning.
Yeah.
If you've been binging recently, you have witnessed me change in real time. But, you know, this is actually the problem with having a podcast. So I just went on a tangent and I didn't remember where I was going with that tangent. Okay.
No, this is what on growth. Yeah.
No, this is on growth. But the reason that I'm keeping it as high as it is because so many of you submitted this episode.
Yeah, it's true.
It's almost like I feel a little, and this was the case when we covered it back in February, I feel almost self-conscious of this episode. Like, I love it. And I want you to love it. And I want you to see that, like, it is so painful. But, like, Amy threw her whole self into this episode. And I know a lot of people don't like where it ends because it's sad. This is not They Shoot Gilmore's, Don't They? Which also ends famously, sadly.
But with, like, hope on it.
Wedding Bell Blues also ends famously, sadly.
Yeah.
So it's like, but this one is just like, Luke and Lorelai break up. Logan moves to London, which I'm sure some of you had foam fingers on for it. Like, you know? And I understand why people don't like it. Objectively, it's an excellent episode. And I probably had so many people not submitted this as like a top episode. Like, from what people submitted, this was a top 10 episode. That's why I'm keeping it where it's at. Because I feel
think this
weird
top
about
10
it.
is very, very strong. And I think that I'm glad that you said something, because I was keen to keep Partings at number 3 because I was like, it's a fantastic episode. But if I'm being honest, I think that this change is really smart and solid.
Yeah. I think that it's meant to be where it's at.
Yeah.
I did think going into this that Norman Mailer was going to end up a little higher, but like,
it's still up there. That's the thing, is that this is like, even to put You, Jump, I Jump, Jack, and Haunted Leg, Nick and Nora, the pilot, like towards the bottom, we're still like ranking them above and beyond so many episodes that I also admittedly love. Like, there are things that I do miss on this list that I'm sure a lot of people are like, I can't believe you didn't put this on the list.
I know, justice for insert whatever episode you're thinking here.
Yeah,
because
we
like,
so
I feel
get
the
it.
same.
This was hard. This was hard for us to do. But maybe we'll put a little like template up so people can put their top 25 episodes up, because this was ours collectively and not even ours personally. This was really taking into account what you guys submitted, what the two of us really like tried to objectively think about each episode. But it is hard because our personal biases, of course.
You know, I need the template because I need y'all to know how hard this is. Some people are probably going to write 25 down and be like, bing, bang, boom. You guys are dumb.
But I'm telling you, like, if you're with us on YouTube, this is the list today of me just like crossing things out, writing things down, didn't even put things down that I wanted to. I would have put like almost all of season 2 on there because I just think it's so good. Lorelai's graduation day isn't on here. And I think that's a fantastic episode.
I think it's a crime.
It's kind of criminal. Written in the stars, Lorelai's graduation day, but it's just like, I don't know. I'd love to hear from you guys and hear what you think. I know this was a super long episode, but we also wanted to make it a little longer today because we
could have made it 25 hours if you guys wanted
to really celebrate in true numerical fashion. But no, we wanted to make this like an extra special episode today because we just had so much to say and we're so glad that we get to say it to you guys. We know how much you love this show as much as we do. And so the fact that we get to celebrate 25 years of it together, huge. Huge and iconic.
And the characters, the writing, the acting, like even like the directing of this show, like the town, there's so much of it that like, I know that Tara and I get asked this all the time of like, why are people still watching Gilmore Girls? And it's so hard to just be like one thing of like, it's comforting for sure. Yeah. But then like you look at They Shoot Gilmore Something and they're like, okay, well, he's yelling at her in the gym. Is that comforting? A little bit.
It's just, but like the show as a whole is
there's so
good.
much about it. And it's really in this top 25 list that I feel like it's a smorgasbord of what makes this show so good. It's not just all of season 2. It's like any number of things, any number of iconic moments, scenes, just like fantastic episodes. I'm already looking at this list and I'm like, I want to rearrange it.
I know. It's like we could rearrange it tomorrow. And I guarantee you after we complete the rewatch club, we might look at this list and be like, what were we thinking? And hey, maybe next year we'll revisit for the 26th anniversary and be like,
26th anniversary.
Let's add one more and then like move these things around if we want to.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I kind of feel like after we go through the rewatch club, we should kind of like make note of like what we have written here and like cross them off if we feel differently so that when we get to the 26th and add one more, it's gonna be a really short episode. We're gonna be like, that's our list and that's our list.
Yeah, totally.
Bye,
but you know what I'm noticing as we look at this list is that a lot of these episodes were written by Amy and Dan Palladino. And
who's shocked?
Not I. But now that we've finally made our way through our recap on Gilmore Revisited, and we've actually gone through these episodes with a fine-tooth comb, and we've gotten to take note of who wrote them, who directed them, we really want to talk about the Amy episodes versus the Dan episodes.
And we'll have more to say on that in the next episode.